to the Factory Reserve Cigar Club, where true craftsmanship meets bold character. Well-aged, hand-rolled, and refined with purpose. Every leaf sparks a story, and that first draw brings it alive. This isn't quick luxury, it's luxury earned! Unlock rare drops, vault exclusives, and monthly cigars you won't find anywhere else! Factory Reserve Cigar Club. Exclusive access, legendary flavor. Elevate your smoke.
Born from the Brotherhood of Service, Hayes Gray Cigars honors the veteran's spirit, strength, loyalty, and heritage rolled into every leaf. We're more than cigars, we're a community. From our mobile lounge to our blends sold in lounges nationwide, Hayes Gray brings the camaraderie, the flavor, and the fire wherever you are. Hayes Gray Cigars, strength rolled in every leaf.
Some fight battles overseas. Others fight for perfection in every role. Born from discipline, forged in brotherhood. This isn't just a cigar brand, it's a mission. Our mission is to make badass cigars for badass people. Every leaf, hand-selected, every blend, battle-tested, from the first spark to the final draw. BAM Cigars deliver strength, honor, and precision. Built by veterans, smoked by legends, still proud. Lock in, stand proud. Forged, not with steel, but in fire and leaf. From the heart of the Dominican Republic comes a brand that brings the world together. One blend at a time. The Sulu, crafted with tobacco from 7 countries. A symphony of bold character and refined balance. The Banda, born from 8 countries. Layered with depth, strength, and complexity. And the Celebes, a Connecticut with a punch. Smooth, yet commanding. Each cigar, a story of craftsmanship, faith, and honor. Don't be basic! Be ironclad. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters of the leaf, welcome to our show. It's time for the Cigar Dudes podcast. Let's freaking go!
Oh boy.
Good Lord, that is the longest beginning of a show I've ever seen.
It's like 3 minutes. It's like a song. It's no different than a song. I mean,
I thought it looked really good.
Thank you,
Tell me you liked how angry Ish's guy was.
I don't know why.
So angry.
My comments go with people jailing and shit. I don't know.
Ah. You all right there, Randall?
Yeah, I'm just looking at stuff. I'm just dizzy.
Bro, tell me about it. Tell me really how you feel about dizziness.
You didn't even get knocked out. Your mother didn't beat you up.
3 times in once.
Yeah. So Ish went down with an injury. He got beat up by his mother. Black eyes, and bloody nose, and concussions. Randy, I don't know what's going on with him.
It's just some kind of bug or something.
Just from last night?
Well, it started yesterday.
All right.
I'll spare the gory details.
Yeah, no, you texted it to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tested already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good.
I'm just trying to get hydrated. My wife's bringing me some stuff, so I think that's the anyway. So Tell us about Warfighter, John.
Yeah. So Warfighter Tobacco, we started in 2016. So next year is going to be our 10 years.
Nice.
I heard that in this industry, once you get to 10 years, you're almost an overnight success.
Near.
Almost.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, we started in 2016, and we originated out of a small town called Bennett, Nebraska. It's a town of about 600 people. Once we met everybody that lived in that town, we were like, okay, it's time to move. So we packed up, and I think it was the beginning of 2019, and we moved down here just outside San Antonio, Texas. And we've been down here ever since. And it's been pretty fun. It's a very interesting ride when you get into the cigar industry.
Oh, nice. You're not too far from me. I'm in East Texas. I'm just north of Huntsville.
Oh, okay. Nice. But yeah, all of our cigars come out of Nicaragua. We use Tabacalera Carreras for all of our production. We were with Plasencia prior to that, pretty much right from the start up until about 2 days before COVID hit. We landed back in the States. 24 hours later, the whole world shut down. And that trip is when we switched factories. And thankfully we did, because COVID wasn't good for a lot of people. But we were still able to get cigars, and that was nice. That definitely helped out.
It's crazy that you got through all that, because just about the time you're like, hey, let's see if we're, almost 5 years, be successful, and then boom, the bottom falls out.
Yeah, I know, right? COVID is a crazy time. Crazy.
So this panel came together. Well, Randy originally had the dudes, and we've gone through changes and whatnot, and we settled on the three of us. So Randy owns a brand. He's got Ironclad. You are correct, Steve. It is the workshop. So Randy's got a brand, Ironclad Cigars. Ish is a manufacturer, blender, roller, cigar brands, kind of. He's everything, and I'm a broker, quasi broker, and also part owner of the Cigar Clones. So we kind of got an eclectic view here, and that's how the whole thing we just settled on this forum, and it's a lot of fun.
It's really cool because you guys got a bunch of different perspectives.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what Randy brought together. That's what we talked about. And he's like, it makes sense. It makes sense. And then we were like, well, maybe we should expand it. And we're like, yeah, there's some 3 very big personalities here. We're just going to run people out.
Yeah.
I'm all set with those guys. So what branch were you with?
So I was in the Army. Yep. I was stationed at Fort Campbell, deployed for the initial invasion of 304. And then I ended up getting out of the service in about 2005, and was absolute train wreck for, I don't know, about 7 or 8 years, until I realized, like, hey, I need to get my ducks in a row now. And I'm still working on that, but it's a lot better than it used to be.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's crazy. We talk about it all the time, and I've been around, all my time is done in corrections, and talking to what my old position was, doing gang intel, and on March 31st, I was somebody, and I retired, and on April 1st, I was nobody, and I didn't know the dude. I was like, now what? No phone ringing, no one's calling, there's no trainings going. I was balls to the wall from 4 a.m. to 10 o'clock at night every day forever, and now it's nothing. Yeah, and that quiet is loud.
It really is. It takes a lot of adjustment.
Yep. Yeah, I was an absolute wreck for a long time, and then COVID made it worse, because it was just me, my wife, and just we're here, like just stuck in the house. And I refurbished every tool that my father, my grandfather, and great grandfather had. I mean, stripped down. I'm an expert because I watched a whole bunch of videos on YouTube. So I would literally just garage and just review them, smoke cigars, and listen to loud metal. And then I ran out of tools. And I was like, now I got to find something else. And it was, yeah. So yeah, that was a very difficult transition. Very difficult. So yeah, I feel that.
Everybody, it affects everybody in a similar but slightly different way. There's a lot of people go through a lot of the same stuff, but they think it's only them that's doing it until they start talking to other guys that are, either in the midst of going through it or have already been there. And then they realize like, oh, like this isn't just me. Like there's a lot more people that feel this way.
Yeah, it's pretty overwhelming, and it's a lot of stuff that we don't even talk about. But then you run into somebody who's like, you can just tell. And I ran into a guy at PCA working one of the booths, and we were talking, and I dropped it on him, and he literally broke down in tears. Like he said, no one's ever said that to me before. And I said, I've lived it. He goes, that's exactly that's what it's about. He said, that's exactly what's happening. And you don't feel like you matter. You matter to your family, but in the bigger scheme of things, you mattered at your job. And to have taken away, I mean, it was my choice. I chose to retire, but it was time. But still, there's no preparation for that. So every time we talk to anybody that's considering leaving a career like this, you got to have some kind of a plan. You got to have something because you're just spinning your wheels afterwards. You don't know what the hell to do.
Right. A lot of guys when they get out, they're like, "Oh, I just need a little bit of time to just chill and relax and not do anything." Nope. Like, no, you need to be busy. You need a plan. You need a job or a hobby, something, whatever it is. Go fishing every day. I don't care. Wake up, boil water, whatever it is. You still need something,
So is that what's the transition that got you out of that into the cigar game?
Well, so I went through a lot of different things up until then. I got out of the military and I really liked drinking, and so I got into bartending because it was just easy money and I could still drink at the same time, And so I did that for a while, and I started getting my late 20s, and I'm like, I can't do this for the rest of my life. Like I need a big boy job. I need something that I can actually grow in. And so I ended up becoming a motorcycle mechanic, got factory certified, Harley and Honda, and started renting on bikes, and then ended up living in Europe for a little while and lost my certs because I wasn't working in dealerships. And so after, I got back from Europe and I was in Nebraska, working at the gun store with Scott. That was hard to say. And then the process of, the ebbs and flows of that is kind of how Warfighter was born. We've always smoked cigars. We've always, been, very in tune with them, and but we were never in the industry or anything like that. And so it was kind of like an unexpected transition. But it was a very big one and a very impactful one. Yeah.
So that's how the whole thing kind of was born. At what point do you sit back and go, you know what? I got a great idea. Let's start a cigar company. Because I watched that and I'm like, Randy, what are you thinking?
so that happened, and there was a couple different conversations about that. It was we should do cigars, and there's they're regulated and blah blah blah. It's really hard to get. Who knows? Every reason that could be thought of was thought of. And then we were in Vegas for SHOT Show, which is the big trade show for firearms. And after a couple bottles of whiskey, it was the best idea in the world. And then that was about it. Then everything started moving forward after that. The company was founded. And then it was. There's probably about 6-8 months of logistically, okay, how is this going to work? You know what I mean? We need to figure out a lot of things about this besides this is just going to be a fun, new company, new venture. And so in the course of those 6 or 8 months, we learned a lot really quick. And still to this day, every day is a learning curve in this industry. If anybody says they know everything about it, they're lying to you. There's just so much. Everything changes. I don't want to say changes. There's some things that evolve. There's always something new to learn, a new way to do something. Somebody came out with a new way, to fertilize tobacco or water fields, or to, make a hybrid or do something with something somewhere, you know what I mean? Like, so there's never an end to it.
Right.
Yeah.
How did you guys end up settling on the first factory?
So originally we, our one of the first business meetings, it was like, okay, cool, this is going to be so much fun. Anybody know where to get cigars? You know what I mean? And it was like, well, I think I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy. And, so originally we got cigars, and it was kind of like proof of concept. Like, hey, is this something that we can do? Do we have the bandwidth, the knowledge, the ability to be able to, essentially start a brand, and so we realized, pretty early, like, okay, we need to get real serious about this real quick. So we linked up, and we got an introduction to the Placencia factory. And we were, I think we were only like 6 or 8 months old as a company. And, so we got, hey, if you guys want to come down to, Nicaragua and meet these guys and tour the factory and figure out what they're all about, like, let's do this. Let me know when you want to go. Book a flight. Let me know the dates. So that next phone call was like, hey, we're leaving in 2 weeks. Are you coming?
Right.
And so a couple of weeks later, in Nicaragua, having a conversation with, the Placencia family at their factory and telling them, our why, our mission and everything. And they were like, yeah, absolutely. So we got to sit down and, blend our original cigars and, go into full production and everything down there with them.
I think that speaks volumes of, and that also helps the factory know that you're serious when you're going to jump up and fly down there and go and meet with them, as opposed to just saying, hey, I want to buy 100 cigars.
Right. And like one of their first questions is like, hey, our minimum order quantities are this. And we're like, okay, cool. Well, we want to do this many blends. And they're like, oh, okay. So you guys are serious. We're like, yeah. Like this is Yep.
So what is the Warfighter mission?
So kind of what we were just talking about, right? There's so much that cigars do that people don't really understand until after it happens. You walk into a cigar shop or lounge pretty much anywhere, and you're going to have a conversation with somebody, right? And the reason is just because both of you have one of these in your hand. When it comes to veterans, the hardest thing is to get two of them to talk to each other on like an equal playing field about anything, except if it's like, hey, I'm going to argue with you about something on the internet,
Right.
So with cigars, you get two guys smoking a cigar. They're going to have a conversation. Eventually, they're going to realize they have something in common. They might have served similar units, similar places, similar times, maybe even similar people. Who knows? But it opens up the line of communication. And it gives that guy an outlet, right? When I got out, and I know I'm speaking for a lot of other people too, you lose that community, you lose that sense of brotherhood in the people. And it's really hard to meet those people again, because you don't just walk around and be like, hey, are you a vet? Hey, did you serve? Hey, you know what I mean? Like, you're not just going to go around asking people random questions like that. But when you're sitting in a cigar shop and you happen to start a conversation with the guy and you realize, oh shit, that guy served too, and you're like, oh fuck, maybe if I go back, I can have another conversation, or might meet somebody else, or whatever. So one of the missions for Warfighter is, we're making these cigars so we can bring guys together again to kind of help with, all the stuff that's going on. Not specifically like transition, because there's so much that's involved in that, but just to build that community and build that camaraderie back again between strangers, essentially,
And that's honestly one of the biggest things I've heard of any of the veterans that we've talked to in the industry at all, is that sense of community, that sense of brotherhood and sisterhood, and bringing everybody back together, because you had that. I mean, you're living and dying next to each other. You know what I mean?
Right.
You lose that. That's a big piece of you that's lost.
Yep.
That's your purpose. Yeah, that's very. I get it, and that's what I love so much about this community, is just the way it brings people together. And I tell my wife laughs. She's like, "You're a people person." I'm like, "Oh no, I'm not. I generally hate people. Our people, my people. This is my. I'm straight. I can do all day. But when it comes to like, I got limits." And
right. I have a saying where I hate people, but I love human beings.
Yes.
Right.
Yep. That is a great way to put it.
How has Texas treated you? Like retailer wise, how would you like it here?
I do. So Texas was nice. There was a market where we had a very, very small footprint in before we moved here. Coming from Nebraska, where the entire state, I think, has 8 shops. There's 8 shops on one side of San Antonio,
Right.
And so it was really nice to get down here and start, reaching out to all the shops and, having those conversations and trying to, get our foot in the door with them. Being that we're, based in Texas and veteran owned, that the line of communication was, a lot easier to have instead of just like, hey guys, we're new, you know what I mean? So give us a little bit something to talk about. Breaking into a territory or state anywhere, is difficult. It's, I feel like there's some parts of this industry that are like 20 years behind the rest of the world. We have like internet and there's so many different ways to communicate and access people. I mean, we're doing it right now. We're all in different locations, and then you have, shops that are like, if I don't see you every 6 weeks, then, I don't have any space on my shelves for you. And it's like, okay, like I have a whole country I need to talk to.
Yeah.
So we try our best. We're a small company. We're, we got, 3 employees and we have, 2 brokers, and that's what we do. So every day is, we're on the phones, we're doing emails, we're, and all the day-to-day in-house stuff and everything. You guys know it's just a grind every day, but it's fun.
Man.
I wish it was full-time. I'm still working a full-time job because before I got into repping and all that. And I started out with just one company, but before that I was losing my mind. My wife's like, you have got to get a job. And so I ended up getting a job from home, and it's been 4.5 years. And I'm like, I found this, and I love this. I love this side of it with the cigar side of it, and I want to be able to do more. And it's just difficult. It's between that and then we've got the beard company, and it's just so much.
Right.
I'm back to work mode. She laughs, but I'm back in work mode. There's so much travel that's involved, and I think that's a lot of something that's not really talked about a lot. Yeah, I mean, I know for a fact that he knows. I know for a fact that he knows. But yeah, I mean, there's so much travel, and it's there's times where like just the travel alone is enough to burn somebody out. And it's not even the event or the conversations or the work that's being done or anything. It's just like, I need to get in another airplane. I need to take another taxi. I get another night in a hotel. Like, I'm so tired of living out of a suitcase, and then the event happens and the event goes great. And you're like, okay, this is all worth it. This is so much fun. I can't wait to do this again, And then the event's crap and you're like, oh, I want to go home.
Yep. I remember when we first started.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Ish. I don't want to cut you off.
I
had a moment where I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I was in Arizona.
Yeah.
And I went into a shop and I walk in and, I'm a jeans and t-shirt kind of guy. Well, the shop that I walked into, it's not a jeans and t-shirt type of place. You know what I mean? So I went in and he was polite and he let me, do my whole spiel. And we talked for probably 20, 30 minutes. And finally he's like, okay, you want to know what I have to say? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And he tore me up one side and down the other. And we were maybe a year and a half old as a company. And so, I didn't really know much. I was still new and very green. And I mean, he went off and on like 30, 45 minutes. And I got in the truck in the parking lot, didn't even start the truck. And I called my business partner and I'm like, hey man, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. I'm like, this guy just tore me apart. And he's just like, what happened? I told him the whole story and he's like, wow. I'm like, yeah. I was like, I got a lot to learn. I'm like, this whole sales thing's tough sometimes.
Yes, it is. What you were saying about the travel is funny because most of us will say, man, you mind that you, for whatever reason, you're sick or whatever, and you stay 3-4 days in the house. You say, my God, my head is about to explode. I need to get out of the house. Well, when you go travel for work, selling cigars or doing events or running whatever, I count the days to say, I cannot wait to go back home. It's like eat my food, use my restaurant. So yeah, you pay the price. It's good, but you pay the price. Sometimes it's disappointing. Like oh my God, you had to travel 6 days, and all of a sudden somebody call you and say, oh, this event, so we cannot do it, or something happened, or the manager happened, or we have whatever, and now you stuck over there, and it was just within 10 minutes now. You say, what do I do now? And I have to, do whatever, make phone calls, do whatever, and at the end, somebody is gonna pick you up and you go over there. But now your mindset totally changed because you were prepared for these kind of people in this lounge. Now you go across the border to another place, different people, like he said, not t-shirt, not jeans. It's a different, and you're like, oh shit, what the hell am I gonna do now? So yeah, it's.
You past that. You go in, you got to look presentable. You got to make an appointment. You got to, I was taught. Miyagi's the one who brought me in, and Alan from Family by Loyalty are the ones that kind of took me under their wings to do the rep thing. And it was about making the connection to the lounge and going in and not just saying, "Hey, I'm John. I'm here to sell cigars to you." And it's about learning, it's about learning the customers and talking to the owners and buying a couple of cigars, sitting and smoking. So it's not a quick in and out. It's you got to everyone an investment in time, and you can sit there for 2 hours and leave with nothing. And it is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's like oh, I'm going to go to this area and I'm going to hit. Like in the beginning, I'm like, there's 60 shops in this city. I can be out there for a week. I can hit all of them.
Yeah,
right?
Like 6 later.
Wednesday rolls around and I'm like, I've only been to like 8 shops, I'm like, oh no.
He would pick me up and I look at him. He's like, we got a plan. I'm like, all right, what is it? He's like, okay, we're going to hit 4 shops today. And I said, bet we're only going to hit 2. And I'm right every single time because you can't put a time limit on it because sometimes the conversation is so good. You're building that relationship. And that's what I want. I want to be able to build a relationship with the lounge because because we're not selling the big guy stuff. We're selling match stuff that needs to be babied and hand sold, and they gotta love it and they gotta love you. If they don't love you, you can have the best cigar in the world. They're gonna tell you why. So it's that's it. You're right. I think the time crunch is probably the hardest. So I'm ready.
And John said before,
my wife's shaking.
John said before being in Texas that they want to see you, and it's totally correct. And in many, many, many places in Texas, if they don't see you every 4 to 5 to 6 weeks, you're out. You out. Now you come down in Florida, and if they see you once a month, and God forbid you're in the area, and you just stop by to say hello, they cut you out. You came too many times. We hate reps. We don't want to see you. In Texas, if they don't see you, you don't sell. Period. Yeah. The rest of the country, if you go too many times, they say, this guy is a pain in the ass. Yeah. I don't want to figure out no more. So it's depends where you are. It's amazing. It's amazing how people work. But
Miami being tough, Atlanta's brutal, and then
Miami's brutal.
Whole other animal. You got to know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody to get into Atlanta, to get into Miami. And it's
but not only that. Atlanta and Miami, you can get into it if you're somebody, if you know somebody, or you are somebody. The only problem is that you get into the sales, but you don't get paid. So what's the point? That's another thing. Oh, my cigars look beautiful over there. Look how many cigars of mine are getting sold. Can I get paid? No. You have to wait, blah, blah. So Miami is, it's not for us, put it that way.
It's so weird how different territories are so different on, like what we were just talking about. How they order, how often they expect to see you, their clientele, what they smoke. Like they're so different. We have a couple shops up in Colorado, and I don't know if you guys have ever experienced, smoking different cigars at elevation or not. But for some reason, Connecticut cigars have next to no flavor when you're at elevation, and it's crazy. Because they still order them, people still buy them, and they still smoke them, and they're like, yeah, the cigar's great. And I'm like, try this one. This is a lot more flavor to it up here,
Yeah, but again, most of them, they were born and raised over there, and other guys, they just moved for their family years, so their lumps and everything acclimate. I remember about 6-7 years, my wife and I, we just decided to go to Arizona. Okay, go to Arizona to see some different things for business that I have in mind. We go over there, and I couldn't smoke a full cigar. I just couldn't. I'm like, what the hell? I was getting dizzy. My wife and I, we went to dinner, or a bottle of wine, like normally we do. You know, when the guy comes, who's gonna try the wine? I said, that's the matter. He just, we get like a little, okay, yes, go like this. I was drunk. I said, what the hell is going on? Now, you're in 18,000 foot elevation, coming from -3. The heat was 118 degrees. Everything was, and it was my own cigars, what are you smoking? I said, what are you smoking? I said, somebody put over here something, some kind of marijuana or something. I said, I'm gone. So yeah, it's totally different thing. Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
All right, we'll be right back after this commercial break.
Born from the brotherhood of service, Hayes Gray Cigars honors the veteran's spirit, strength, loyalty, and heritage rolled into every leaf. We're more than cigars, we're a community. From our mobile lounge to our blends sold in lounges nationwide, Hayes Gray brings the camaraderie, the flavor, and the fire wherever you are. Hayes Gray Cigars, strength rolled in every leaf.
Yeah, buddy. What did Wigwag saying? Waiting for the discount code for signing up.
Oh, for our email. Should be in your email.
Okay. I said, what?
Yeah. No, I was looking at the comments because I haven't paid attention to them at all since we started. So,
there was one. I guess he says Forrest is out hooking, but sends a big bear hug to you, John.
So Forrest is he drives one of those big, huge 18-wheeler wreckers. And he, like, if an 18-wheeler gets in an accident and like rolls off the side of the highway and they got to winch it back up and tow it off, that's his job, and he's awesome at it. He lives up DFW area. I met him up there. Originally, he was from Arizona. He moved to Texas because he liked it out here so much. So I guess he's out working tonight, but solid dude. He smokes a shitload of cigars.
Wigwag says he's looking at the Garrison sampler.
Good call. That's a very good call. I am absolutely loving this night shift. I love the Oscuro Habano. Nice. I just, there's something about it, and I love a dark Oscuro, and that Habano, just the flavors of a Habano are just wonderful.
I really, really like this leaf to the point where I've smoked other cigars and like not knowing what they were, and I'm like, man, I really like this cigar. Like really like it. And so then I go and jump on their website, I look it up, and I'm like, oh, that's why it's Ecuadorian Habano Oscuro. Yep. I really like that leaf.
It's learning it, and it's pretty funny. It's taken me a long time to just kind of differentiate between Dominican Habano and Nicaraguan Habano, and I've finally gotten a little bit of a taste of where I can, if it's a Habano, I know where it is, for at least for which country.
Aldi is going to take you way longer than the little.
Oh yeah,
the wrapper, despite what people said, is all aroma. It's no flavor. It's aroma. Despite the 80% flavor, that doesn't mean that's a lie. It's not, but it's aroma, and the smell is almost the same. Not to say the same. Now, when you just touch the cigar, you smell the cigar before light the cigar, you might know if it's from one place or the other. When you light it, we're not even doing that, or you full blended, you have to be magician to know which one is one. So, but yeah, you play with the cigars soon enough.
Or ish. John, have you heard about that story yet? So
no, which one?
One night, Randy came out with this brilliant idea to send Ish 3 cigars unbanded and have him smoke them and tell us what's in it. So I went to my local. I bought 3 mass-produced cigars that I know he never smoked, and I brought him to him, gave him to him that 1, 2, and 3 on it, and he looked it up, and I looked him up. I had everything on paper. I didn't tell anybody what I had. Randy didn't get a list until before the show, and Ish went through each cigar, told us who, what, when, where, why, and how. The whole, like every one of them, and we were like, what?
Wow.
Like more stuff than I could even find on the internet. I was checking site after site after site, just getting as much info as I could. He destroyed that. So that is the magician. He can pull that off.
It takes a lot to get to that level. I've only met a couple people in my life that, you can hand them a cigar and they can just look at it, or they cut it apart, take it all apart, and they tell you everything. And it's just like, how? And they're like, this is my life. This is what I do. I've done this, like
it's your job.
Yeah.
He did get mad at me because all 3 cigars were closed foot, so he couldn't even see how they were bunched.
And I cannot cut it either because I want just the first light up to another wrapper, and I see, oh my god. But and with sizes, Torpedo 46 or 44, I don't remember. The other one, it was another 46. Then I said, what the heck is this cigar?
Weird.
Yeah, I bought 3
The last one was just a CAO, but the funny thing about it, I look and say, what is this dot in the middle of that wrapper? I said, what's the dot? I said, the only one doing shit like this in the cigars is me, and that's not my cigar. I know for a fact. Well, I put my cheetahs, keep looking, and I go like this with my fingernail. I said, this guy to the band. It just happened that one little spot, pop, but it was partial circle. I thought it was part of the cigar. Well, no, it was missing the wrapper, and I was going crazy. What cigar is this? What cigar is this?
That's funny.
It was. We didn't think he was going to nail manufacturer and actual cigar, but he nailed all of it.
That's awesome.
It was nuts, just nuts. So, how many blends did you guys start out with?
So originally we started with 3, and then all the FDA rulings in 2016 started happening. Predicate dates and all that kind of fun stuff. And so we immediately went from 3 to 6 because we're like, well, 3 is going to be hard to survive on. 6 we can kind of make it work. And then that back and forth that happened up until 2 years ago or 3, whenever that finally kind of came to fruition in the courts. But yeah, so originally it was just 3 cigars. We had a Connecticut, a Sumatra, and a Maduro. And then we added a Corojo, Rosado, and a Oscuro Maduro. And so we actually still have those 6. We call those our core line of cigars. And then we've added some, taken away some, a couple limited editions, just learning, playing with tobaccos, kind of seeing what the market, is doing, realizing that it's not always right. And we're just to stick to our own plan and do our own thing instead of following everybody else. Oh, shit. Sorry, just dropped my cigar.
So good.
Foul.
I know, right? I just want to burn my carpet.
Where'd it go? Was it this one? No.
It's
Where'd
right
it go? No, it was the home page or something okay, it moved.
Yeah, we got a little slider on there. There we go. So that's all the current line of cigars that we have. So the first 3 from left to right are the tan bands. That's our field line. So the 556 field Connecticut, 762 field Sumatra, and the 50 cal field Maduro. And then the Garrison line, we have the Garrison Corojo, Garrison Rosado, and Garrison Oscuro Maduro. And then the next one next to that, we call it the dumpster fire. And that's our version of a Cuban sandwich. So it's a mixed filler cigar. We can put a couple pieces of the long leaf filler on the inside to help with construction and Habano wrapper. And then the night shift, which you guys are smoking right now, is next to that. And then the one next to that's our 4th edition Victory, which is we do limited runs. So we started, first edition, second, third. This is the 4th. We just ran out of that one, I think, last month. It might have been the beginning of this month. I can't remember. But so the 5th edition is coming out. We're hoping it lands by PCA, but we all know how that works in this industry. It could be PCA, it could be July. And then the Redacted cigar is our event-only cigar. We kicked that cigar off this year. So you can't buy that cigar anywhere. The only way you can get it is at an event. If you order on our website on the 1st of the month. That's the only two ways to get it. So if we're doing an event in your area, that's our promo cigar. If not, the 1st of the month, every 5 cigars you buy, you get one of those for free. We automatically throw it in. No code, no any of the discounts, nothing like that. Just trying to get it in people's hands and get them to smoke it. And it's a really good cigar. And then the fun part about the Redacted cigar is we've never released wrapper, binder, filler. I say this with Ish on here, and he's going to get one, and he'll be like, no, it's this, that, and the other thing. But Ish, don't tell anyone. Keep it a secret.
I would not say.
He's done it 1,000 times, and he's never said it here. We'll go backstage and be like, I have to tell you this. Or I'll get the text message going, this is this, and this. And I'll just go, you're probably right. I have no way to dispute it.
But that's my rule. I will never, unless that the owner of the brand or the factory, whoever made the cigar, tell me what is in the cigar. Like it happened with, as a matter of fact, with the guy that I Cigar of the Year today with 505 with Danny. We were in Rocky Mountain Cigar Show, which is Ryan Miller, and it was this guy that makes cigars in Dominican Republic, and he came with an abandoned cigar, whatever, and nobody knows what's in the cigar, and we're doing a barbecue, just having some drinks, whatever. And Ryan said, go to the guy over there, the guy with the ponytail, and tell him about it. He gave me a cigar. I look to the cigar and I look and I say, okay, so what do you want me to do? Smoke it, right? Yeah, but I bet you that you don't know what is in the cigar. I said, but you want to bet? I say, I know gambling, but you want to bet? Nobody knows this, blah, blah, blah. It's my secret blend, blah, blah. I say, okay, no problem. Got it, light it, smoke. I say, this has this, and this. He goes to he has a real iPad, like a mini iPad or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes. Aha! The one that you tell me, the Seco Piloto Cubano, is not in there. I say, it is in there. Bullshit. Double or nothing, I say. Triple or nothing, he say. Triple. He pick up the phone, beep, 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 go to the factory. Factory pick up the phone. It was only like 8 o'clock at night. The guy, this guy with broken Spanish, the guy with broken English, trying to figure out. He said, is one guy over here that he told me is this, and this. He said, who are you sitting with? Who tell you that? He said, is this guy, his name is Ish. He said, I don't know Ish. Of course, in the DR, I'm Ismael. I know Ish. Yeah. And is this guy, this white guy from Spain with a ponytail? He said, put in a speaker. He put in a speaker, and he said in Spanish, hello, who are you speaking with? I say, you're speaking with Ismael. He said, oh, my brother. He was one of the guys I teach how to roll cigars. He told me, you fucker, you tell them what I didn't want nobody to know. Well, and he said, well, he won triple. And the guy went, wow. I'm going to teach you, a butcher how to cut the meat. I'm sorry, I can't. This is what they do,
He's like a circus act we like to bring out with us.
but I would never say it unless that guy triple dare me. I say, oh, you want to triple dare me? Okay, let's go. Yeah, and it was one more that he don't even knew it was on the blend. That was phenomenal. I was just cracking up.
That's funny. Yeah, there's, that. Like I was saying earlier, there's a handful of people in the world that are talented enough to be able to do stuff like that. And when you're in front of one of them and they tell you you can do it, believe them.
But I would never say nothing.
Not a guessing game.
It's like when they told me that with these 3 cigars, and I said, okay, I will try my best. And they told me, well, that's what we have. I said, well, but I have more. You want me to tell? And I said, well, so I test them. I said, how the hell you knew about that? And I said, well, because in fact, one of them, it was for AJ Fernandez. I said, well, you want to know how? I said, give me a second. And in live, talking with AJ Fernandez, I say, AJ, I smoking, I believe it's called Flaquita. Oh, you smoking that one? Yeah. But it was blindfold, whatever, no band, no nothing. I didn't know nothing. And the guy went to me, who the dumb ass, he dare you to know what it was in the cigar.
Really?
He was like saying that, I mean, you live, you know. Yes. It was just with the phone, and but the taste is it comes with the years. Mostly you work as a blender. If you work as a blender, it will come. There's many blenders that they are just Nicaraguan blenders, and they are going to do Nicaraguan tobacco, which I understand. Well, I come in from Spain, and Spain is one of the probably 5 or 6 countries all around the world that we keep our produce in home, and we only export 10 to 15% to different countries. You want the best of the best for your own people. I wish it was like this in every country, but it's not. So Nicaragua do more of the same thing. Dominican Republic do the same thing. I come in from all over the world, so I don't care if I had to go to China to pick up tobacco, Africa to pick up tobacco, or wherever I had to go and pick it up. I land, I smell it, I roll it, I smoke it, and that's how, and that's why. You know, when people say, "How you know that?" Well, because I've been there, I did that, and it's no secret, it's no trick, it's not like a woo 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 thing that it comes to you. No, it's not. You have to do it, and when you do it,
experience.
It's experience. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Ish, what? So, tell me if I'm right. My brain is not working properly.
Okay, you're right.
Thank you. Okay, so you know so it's not that I don't like Nicaraguan tobacco. It's I don't particularly like the really punchy mushroom. Blah blah blah. Does that mostly, or the more stronger mushroom musty kind of? Does that come from Esteli, like Seiko and Lajero, or is that?
It all depends. It all depends because the mushroom stays or earthy, like people call earthy. You do the correct, it's like a mushroom, could be mushroom or could be like what is called the where the pigs go and they
barnyard.
No, not barnyard.
Manure.
Manure.
No. That's not what they shit. No, not that. What they eat.
The truffles.
The best ham from Spain, epcons.
Oh,
acorns.
Okay.
And they have to go like this, and they make holes and holes and holes to get it. That smell or that dirt smell almost like mushrooms and things like that.
Yeah,
Yes, Nicaragua, in Esteli, you might have a little. Omatepe, nothing. You will not have that. Jalapa, absolutely nothing because it's going to be sweetened. But you can have that in Africa as well. So the only thing with the Nicaraguan tobacco, most people go to Esteli, Omatepe, of course, they will do. And it's very volcanic soil. So the volcanic soil is going to give you tons of salt, and it's going to be always it's like this, like a mouse. So depends where that plant is going to give you more water or more sun. The one in the bottom, they're going to have more mushroom taste because when it rains, the water goes like this. But when the ground, the soil cannot pick up more water, what it does, it rounds down the hill. So the ones in the bottom are going to have more of that earthiness. When the ones on top, they have the less water because it goes down, but they have the more sun. So they're the strongest on flavor. So that's very common in Nicaragua. It's not in every country, but in Nicaragua it is.
So my next question is for John. So like, which of your cigars, knowing that about me, would you think that I would enjoy more?
Let's see.
And it can have that earthiness, but I don't like it to be really out front. That's the
right. Our Corojo, the Garrison Corojo, would probably be a good one for you.
I think too, the Sumatra is killer. The Sumatra.
Yeah. Our Sumatra is pretty good. I like it a lot. I'm very partial. I call it my breakfast cigar. I have a 762 Fuel Sumatra and a cup of coffee almost every morning. They just go together so well. But that one is not. You're not going to get a lot of that earthiness off it, like we just talked about.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely that Corojo.
So our good friend Josephus is asking if there's any Candelas in the future. So
we use Candela on the night shift.
And that's as far as that goes.
Yeah, that's about it. No, I've smoked a I wouldn't say a lot, but a good amount of Candela cigars or cigars that have Candela in it. And just me personally is not really my cup of tea.
There you go.
No pun intended.
It's not really a big portion of the cigar market, the cigar industry. And so if we would do something like that, we're not a big company. And so we're marketing to even less of a crowd by doing a cigar. And so I don't see one on the horizon for us, but I don't really knock anything, scratch anything off the board. If we happen to sit down and play around with the Candela and it turns out amazing, like I'm not against it at all.
Right.
It's just not up in the chopping block for us right now.
I've smoked a shit ton of Candelas, and the guys from Founders got it right. The Founders Candela is bang.
At least you guys don't put it out of the table. Me personally, Candela, I put it out of the table 100%. Me personally, just my personal opinion, because again, it's like a Lancero. Hey, why you don't do Lanceros? Hey, why you don't do Candela? Because only 1% of the population, that the smokers, they like it, and only you're gonna be in 1% of the stores that those guys go.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna be seeing Candela the whole rest of my life, just taking a space for no reason. It's money. Right. It could be in the bank or in another cigars. If people like the other cigars, do not fix what is not broken. That's me. Yeah. But again, personal opinion.
No, I agree.
I have Candela in the Irishman, but only in those ones.
Right. We had a lot of people that said, "Hey, you guys need to do Lanceros," and we're like, "Okay." And we heard it enough. We're like, "Okay, we're gonna do Lanceros," and so we did Lanceros. Yeah. And what I've learned is everybody says they want a Lancero, but nobody wants to go buy one.
Right. Exactly.
There's a handful. There's a very small amount of people that are diehard about them, and that's all they smoke. And I get it, and I appreciate it. But it's not like you're never going to sell as many Lanceros as you sell a Toro or Robusto or and it's more of an average size.
Mm-hmm. Or like a barber pole. Everybody, I love a barber pole. A good barber pole is my favorite. Yeah, but it's yours. So unless that you do, yes, 1,000 cigars, 2,000 cigars, limited edition, 2,000, and it's done. We don't do more ever again, or maybe in 2 or 3 years. You will sell because they know they cannot get it. But you do in the normal production, you will not sell them because people go to different wrappers. Period. This is how it works.
I'm digging the boxes, man. Like that is a unique. I don't think I've ever seen that. That's great for retailers.
We kicked out that design when we launched the night shift a couple of years ago, and we got such good feedback that we changed all of our boxes to that.
I mean, that's
the things on top,
and that's a 20 count. I mean, that's neat. I like that.
Do you find it easier to work on a 20 count? Because I've been seeing just based on sales from most of my lounges, they're really happy with 10 counts because it's just it's less of an investment on something that they've got to hand sell. So they're very happy to grab a 10 count.
Right. I like the 20 counts because boxes aren't free, and it's easier to spread that out over 20 cigars instead of 10.
For sure. I tell them the same thing, like buy the 10 count box and keep the box. Don't throw the box out. And
I'll just send you bottles refills.
Makes life so much easier.
It's like me, I go for the $10 all day long because if somebody's gonna buy a box, because remember one thing in this industry, and tell me if I'm lying or if I'm wrong, people don't buy based on the cigar. They base on how good the box looks, how the band is. Then it knows something about the owner of the company or whatever, or the blend, they might buy it. But if it's the first guy or the first time buyer that he doesn't know who the big guys are or whatever, and you have something nice, they go for that. Now, they will spend the money in a 10 count. Yes, I might don't like it. What am I going to do with that? I can give to 9 friends the other 9. But if it's a 20 count, it's more difficult. Plus, the retailer say, well, it's going to be double of the money. So, give me 5-10 boxes instead to give me 3 20 boxes per se. So it all depends where you are. Texas is everything big. So 20 count works.
No, it's I mean, you're not wrong in any way, shape, or form about that box buyer. There has to be some kind of connection. You know, they're not just going to walk in and be like, "Oh, that looks cool. Give me a box." You know what I mean? They need something. You know, whether it's personal or whatever.
Some story about it. They have to know something about it.
Yeah, this industry is definitely built on relationships, and solely built on relationships. You know,
it's how it is. And for the newcomers, it's built in the money that they can spend. So if they see a nice box like yours, and to say a number, the guys don't call me the number. I just gonna say easy numbers for everyone. And your box is $100, and the big guy box is 150, and they have 125 in the pocket. Well, they're gonna go for your box. They don't know one cigar or the other. So when you put the prices, that's what the 10 count for me sells more, because the other guy $10 is 150, and my $20, my 20 count is 200. And again, they only have so much money. They will go with a guy, even they like this more. So for the newcomers, it's about this. For the other guys, relationships, who you know about it, Discord channels, Instagram, Facebook, all of this, it has been for the past 5 years. Other than that, it was just go out. Today's day, you can know everything about everyone just watching YouTube videos or Discourse or things like this, podcasts and things like that. So
we were talking about that with Jake or somebody recently. Like, do you see that, John, at your events and stuff? Like, do you have? I'm sure you would have like sample packs, 5-packs with samples and things like. Do you see it selling more like 3-packs, 5-packs, or even 10-packs without a box or something? You see that a lot?
I do. There's only a handful of events that we do throughout the year where there's a lot of like, you know, box buyer type events. You know, there's a lot where, you know, they're 4, 5, 6 cigars at a time. You know, if somebody comes and grabs 10, you know, that's awesome. You know, but that, you know, 15, 20, 40, you know, cigar buyer, few and far between at a lot of events. But then there's other events that we've done where, you know, it's box buyer heavy, and it's just like, man, I wish every event could be like this. It's like, it feels like everyone that walked in bought a box. Like, you know, where are all these people everywhere else? But yeah, I mean, you know, I had somebody asked me one of those questions where, you know, it's describe what you do horribly. And I came up with a pretty good analogy for this industry. It's like I have people light money on fire and smile while they're doing it. But you know, at the end of the day, it's kind of what it is. You know, these people are spending, you know, their hard-earned money on a product that they're, you know, lighting on fire and then enjoying the experience they're getting with it. You know, so if we can't give them a good experience, like, that sucks.
Right. You're literally lighting $10 to $15 at a clip. You know, I mean, I'm smoking anywhere 3 to 5 a day. It's an expensive habit.
You know, there's a lot of these new cigars that I see that are coming out over the past few years that have a, you know, a price point of, you know, $30, $35, $40, $45 at retail. And that's without, you know, whatever state crazy taxes that are put into it too. And it's just like, man, like, that's insane. Like, I wish I could sell a $40 cigar, you know?
Well, believe me or not, John, if you come with a limited edition, call it 500 cigars at $40, and it's unique, you will sell out within 2 hours. Now, you come with a normal cigar, and because it's core line and people know that it's core line and they can have it today, next month, next year, they will not buy as much because they know they are not going to be gone. So it's some people that they want just money in the short time. I make cigars for 2 or 3 companies, I'm not going to say the names, that they surpass me in money by far within 2 years. Just doing those cigars at $40, $50 a pop.
I don't think I can feel like good with myself if I'm doing that, you know?
Right.
I would not either, but these guys are business guys. They don't even smoke cigars. They don't even smoke anything. So they go just for the money. They have amazing talent in a branding and publicity and whatever. And mostly they go overseas to sell them. And they said, well, I have in the cigar club, we have cigars that they sell for $68, and they sell all day long. I say, how? How you do that? I would like to know the trick, but they do it. They do it. Yeah. And talking about trick, question for any one of you three. You know the trick about the 3-pack, 5-pack, 10-pack, or whatever with any company. You don't know the trick, I will tell you, and you can use it. I will send you an invoice later on. You guys know what is the trick of selling those the most? Because they sell the most.
Having a bunch of them with you? I don't know.
No idea.
No. Put it this way. That's for you, John. What is your best seller cigar?
Right now, the night shift.
Okay, the night shift. What is the two that don't sell as good as the rest of them?
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah,
put that one with those two, and people will buy it because they want this. Now put the other two that more or less sell very good with another 2 or 3 or whatever, and you will sell all day long every single thing. And you might, the one that don't sell that good because they bought it, oh, it's not that bad. You know what?
Yeah.
Let me go now and have a fiber. I tell you because I know I do this for everyone but me. The trick is put the best cigar you have with two that they are so cigars.
Yeah.
It could be better, but the people don't know about it. Do the trick, and then you have my phone and you know you my phone.
It's not the cigar's not any good, it's the people don't know about it yet. Or they haven't tried. Yeah.
But when you put something like a nice shift that everyone likes with another 2 cigars, guess the first cigar that you want to smoke? Not a nice shift. Well, this is the good of the other one. Oh shit, this cigar is good too. I'll be down. This one is not bad neither. And holy cow, you know what? Let me buy 5 more. And that's how you do it.
Yep.
That's how do you do it.
Aldi, was Beard Apothecary doing something tonight?
We are. So Cigar Vault, Oakdale, they brought in Beard Apothecary for their dividends pack. So they brought a sample pack. It went out to everybody in the dividends pack, and Norm gave me one to raffle off tonight. So I've got one from his dividends pack at the house, and it's got the 4 core scents of oils in a sample size.
Okay.
That's from the vault, Norm and Miguel.
And I don't know, but I heard before. I don't know. Remember, I had a concussion a few days ago, but I heard that Iron Clad was doing something to the 3-pack or something. I believe I heard that. I'm not sure.
Well, my head's not right now.
let me tell you something. Don't give me that radio voice, okay? I can.
What I am going to do though, is I'm going to do this trick since Aldi just said. I mean, since Ish just said that. So trying to make sure I got it right. I'm going to put the hashtag Warfighter just in case somebody wanted to throw.
No, don't tricker.
Don't tricker.
You cannot police.
Sneaky.
Whatever you put that hashtag for whatever we give away.
Yes.
There you go. I'll make a good tag for everyone.
Yeah. No, we're talking about that kind of stuff. I can definitely throw like a 5-pack of night shift out there.
There you go.
Yep.
Only Iron Clad put the 3 cigars out. Or otherwise.
Yeah, I'll do a 3-pack of their choice.
You see, it's
so we'll
my
do three different drawings then.
Perfect.
Hashtag Warfighter. You can see it at the bottom. That is the hashtag. Let me not.
Just put that hashtag for everyone, and when you get to
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That since John is our guest, that's why I put Warfighter. Did I spell it right? Just making sure my head's not. I can't see it.
Good spell check.
Let me put my cheers, man.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it is. It's taking them.
Well, I tell you, with my cheers, I'm this as I am. So with the cheers, everything looks big. Whoa, no, it's too big. No, I cannot.
So John, what was your introduction to cigars? Like, how did you start smoking cigars?
Oh man, like my first cigars?
Yeah.
Or
let me guess.
Okay.
You were 13, 14 years old, like everyone else.
Yeah, because I started smoking. I never smoked a cigarette. I never smoked a thing. And in the early 90s, I was with my best friend and we were golfing, and we stopped at the convenience store and grabbed some Garcia Vegas. And we thought we were king shit on a golf course smoking Garcia Vegas.
But you were old already. You see, any military personnel start to smoke the first cigar, I don't know, before you join the military, we are in the 12, 13, 14 years range. No fault. Always. You say between 12 and 15 and you win.
Yeah. I think I was 13 or 14, and a good friend of mine, his older brother had a Buick Grand National, and I thought he was the coolest guy in the world. And we're over there hanging out one day, and he's like, hey, I'm going to go down to the cigar shop and get cigars. Do you guys want any? And I was just like, okay. And he's like, give me $3. And I'm like, so I figured $2 single and a handful of change. And he came back, and I think it was a Monte Cristo, but I have I can't remember. But it's the only kind of thing that it's like black, white, and green band, if I remember right. But this was, whatever, 30 years ago. And that was my first cigar. And I hated it. I didn't like, I thought I was cool because I got to smoke a cigar with, my buddy's brother who has a Buick Grand National. I didn't know what I was doing. I half inhaled it, half didn't, and, but that was it. And then from pretty much that day forward, I'm like, that wasn't that bad. I kind of want to do this again. And so every opportunity I had after that, it was like, oh, you want a cigar? I'm like, yep. You want a cigar? Yep. And then, joined when I was in the military. It wasn't like all the time, but it was quite often.
Without fault, every single military member in every country I know, or I've been, or I work, everyone started between the age of 12 and 15. Then don't smoke until they were actually in the military, or after the military, or in their 20s, or whatever. But they start way prior. So I don't know what they put back then in those cigars that make us join the military.
Seriously. they were on to something, right?
They were onto something, that's for sure. Yep.
That's funny.
Mine was 14. I was 14, and my God. And mine was funny because my father was a Marine and then became a merchant Marine over in Spain. And every time that he went out, it could take between 8 months to 15 months to come home. So when he left, I was like 12 and something and changed. And when he came, I guess, boom, it was 2 days after my birthday, so I was 14. And my mother already allowed me to see both the cigarettes for me, and I smoke cigarettes because she arrived for me to do that go and beg for a cigarette or go and buy it, whatever. So she buy it for me. And I let this in my house, bigger than I am right now, smoking my cigarette. And my father said, oh, son, I didn't see you for, 18 months, but I see that you smoke cigarettes. You want to become a man? I said, I am a man, Dad. What are you talking about? I am a man. Hold on. He gave me a Farias. Farias is a cigar from Canary Isle in Spain. Imagine the strongest cigar that you ever smoke, multiply by 1,000, multiply by 1,000 again. That's a Farias. And he never told me I cannot inhale because I'm smoking cigarettes. Well, he told me, and by the way, you want to be actual men, you have to drink a Sol y Sombra, the sun and the shadow, which is anise and cognac.
Oh,
so the anise goes down and the cognac goes up. Man, he was with the old newspaper, like, looking to me in the chair. Oh, you over there? And I smoking. He cut it for me, and then I let it because I was like trying and say, no, you have to cut the cigar, son. Hold on. And every puff I inhaled. I believe that I never saw myself green until then. Never sick in my life, but I was green. And my father said, "Oh, I'm doing good. You want another one?" Yeah. When I come from the bathroom, about 30 minutes later, I'm in the bathroom. Well, you want another one? I said, absolutely not. I said, no. But yeah, so
I remember, like in high school, I was smoking cigarettes, and looking back now, I have no idea. But it's just like I'd finish a cigarette, put it out, I'd go walk into my house, 15, 20 minutes later. You smoking? No. why do you smell like cigarettes? I don't smell like cigarettes. It's like, you know,
Yeah,
now
you-
being older, I'm like, you can smell somebody, you see that smoke coming off them, like, oh my God, it's so strong. And I'm just like, I was so dumb.
Yeah. So it's like, my God, but yeah. That first cigar. Phew. Yeah. And look what I'm doing now.
See, it's all his fault.
I didn't learn at all. But they come from family that all my family and everyone, not my family, everyone in Spain back then, you know, I talk in the 70s, whatever, 80s. They run their own cigars. It's cigarettes, excuse me. And then they have the leaves and roll their own cigars home, whatever. So it was very common. So I grew up with that. And that's
Right.
that's how I knew all about it, you know, and smell it. I was not smoking it. I couldn't smoke not even a cigarette for, I don't know, 2 years or 3 because I was in nicotine coma. I said, I don't want to try that. I didn't. In Spain, when you're 14, you're drinking wine like I was doing now, or beer or whatever. That's normal. It's nothing wrong with that. You need to be 21 or whatever. But you with your parents. You allow. You know, with your parents,
Right.
you know. But I was not smoking. Probably, I don't want to say 2 years, but probably about 18 months, 17 months. I didn't try nothing. I like it. Nothing tastes like nothing. And my father said, well, next time, yes, go and ask for information. Back then it was no Google, okay? I said, what information? I said, you shouldn't inhale a cigar. I said, well, you tell me this 1.5 hours at any content that you can smoke in your life. He said, well, I hope you learned your lesson. I said, oh, God, I did. I did for a while. So, yeah. It is cool.
Same thing. We'd pull up to the store, my mom would buy a pack of cigarettes, and I just run in and grab a pack of cigarettes from my mother. Same thing with my father.
Different world back
I tell
then.
you, I still with the cigarettes. No, now because what I have, that's what I do in smoking a cigar now because it's gonna give me more dizzy than I am. So I don't know, John. He was talking about my mother. Yeah, I feel very hard. I broke my nose. I have dry eyes. I have a concussion. I have my not my tailbone, but on the butt cheeks. I just feel like this, and I still hear like you cannot believe. And when you see me with this, it's Florida. It's not cold. It's because this is just giving me. I have a heat pack over here, so that's this, and I have a pinched nerve right now, on top of a broken neck and a broken back. So if I smoke a cigar, how I smoke a cigar is gonna give me a lot of nicotine. That's why I'm smoking a cigar now.
He tells everybody he fell. I tell everybody his mother gave him the pela.
Yeah. I mean, I can believe both stories.
Yeah. As well. Yeah. Hey, Panda came over here about 3-4 days ago, and he was showing over. He was sitting just across in that couch. My mother was over here, my side, and I said, my mother kicked my ass whenever she wants. I said, right, mom? Okay, slap me. She forgot that I have a broken nose because already, usually the picture, and look now, it's totally clear. Okay, perfect. It's a little whatever, but not much. And a little over here, but not much. My mother went to do the joke, and instead to go like this, I didn't move. But she thought I'm gonna move, so she went a little more like this on my nose. Plop! And Panda was laughing his ass off. My mother, what happened? I said, nothing happened.
your nose is crooked again.
So, that was funny for then. I didn't find the joke on that, but yeah, it was funny for them.
Very. Yep. Long as we found out he's all right, then we can make fun of him.
Yeah, right.
I will laugh about it in a month. Not now. Not laughing now.
What's something? What's a lesson or something that you can talk about? If you can't talk about it, it's fine. Something like since starting your brand, like what's something one of the like a really difficult thing that you had to learn the hard way?
Don't make the same mistake twice. It's okay if you make it once, but if you do it again, you didn't learn. You know what I mean? And now that's your own fault. You can't put any blame on anybody else besides yourself at that point. You know, you can't be like, oh, I didn't know. No, you already did it. You should have known better. Let's see. Biggest lessons learned in the, you know, in starting a brand.
Make appointments.
Yeah, that's a big one. Make appointments. You know, the sales side, it's interesting because like the sales side is very different than like the business side. And then the production side is completely different as well. You know, it's almost like separate beasts that you're dealing with throughout all of it. You know, on the sales side of it, absolutely. Call, make an appointment. Don't just walk in somewhere. It doesn't matter where you're from, how long it took you to get there. They don't care. You have an appointment? No. Why'd you walk in my store? You going to buy a cigar? Well, I'd like to talk to you about buying some of our cigars. I don't want to talk to you about that. Well, why not? You didn't set up an appointment. Fuck. Yeah. Yeah, that's a big one. That's a real big one.
Is that all of them though, or is it just majority, or just like half of them? Like how many?
It really depends on where you are. I mean, I've got the lounges around here are pretty mellow and pretty laid back in South Carolina, where I can walk in, buy a cigar, and just kind of just talk to the owner and feel it out, you know, and just if it's one of those where I've driven a couple hours to get there, just have the conversation. I'd be more than happy to come back. I'll make an appointment with you to come back. If you got time now, I'd love to talk to you now. If not, no problem. You know what I mean? But some of them, if I'm traveling, you know, 4 or 5 hours, I'm calling beforehand saying, hey, are you going to be there? When can I make an appointment to come and see you? So I'm there for that specific purpose, but I want to see the lounge. I want them to show me around. I want to buy a cigar and smoke a cigar with them. It doesn't have to be what I'm bringing. Sometimes I go in, and Miyagi's great at it because Miyagi will go in with with no expectations of not even selling and just sit and just smoke and start talking to the owner, start talking, and it comes up and that it's more organic that way. So it depends, but I know especially Texas, it's got to be, and Texas I know is like that. There's other spots that, and it depends on the owner. So, you know, the reps, we all talk a lot. So it's like, hey, if you're going to go see that guy, make sure you make an appointment because he will not see you.
Yeah.
I just have Nick, you know Nick Clark, my rep in Texas.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so he called me 3 days ago, sorry. And he told me, or Sunday, 3 days ago. He was told me, Ish, either January or February, you had to come to Texas. I say, no. Maybe March 19, my mother leaves. After that, I can go, well, we might lose 12 accounts. I said, for what? They are happy with us? No, they want to see you. I said, well, you did. No, they want to see the owner. I said, well, but with the rest of the people, I said, well, because the rest of the people, the reps or the brand owners, they show up. You don't. I said, that's what I pay you, you know. I said, no, they want to see your ass and they want to roll the event. So I have already 5 rolling events for March in Texas.
Oh,
and
wow.
another 7 one that I have to go and see. Told me, hey, if you don't come, we are going to start to slow down in buying. I said, what are you talking about? You're not happy? I said, we're happy, but people want to see you. I said, you can come anytime. You want to FaceTime or something? He said, no.
You're right.
I want to see you. I said, I'll be down. Okay, I will be there. What you want to do?
Yeah.
That's Texas. They want to see the freaking owner. I said, really? Yeah. That's how it works.
Yeah. And I say a lot of things too with the guys when we're doing events and stuff. Like, you know, these guys are putting out this kind of money. They don't want to see me as a rep being there doing it. I'm there all the time anyways. They want to see an owner.
Yeah.
They want it because to them there's commitment there. If you're willing to drive out there and go see them and be there for the event, they see the rep all the time. They want the owner there for that exact reason of it makes them feel special. Right. And they want their people to be able to meet the owner, which is, and really it is a very cool piece. And I think that's we are at an advantage in the boutique side of it because you're much more accessible as opposed to the bigger guys. You're only going to get a rep. You're not going to get the owner to come in because it's just they're too big. And where for us being able to get an owner is great. It changed the dynamic of the relationship for sure.
Aldi, I will agree and disagree.
Okay.
I tell you what I agree. I agree we're more accessible. I would disagree that we can make time for them because small brands, we don't only have one job. We have a normal job more things going around, and then the cigars.
You're not wrong. Absolutely right. They don't think about it like that.
They don't think about that.
Right.
Okay, the big guys, they have the time, the money, and only cigars. They can do whatever they fucking want.
Right.
They can go wherever they want. As I had to ask to my client, can I cancel this contract until next week, because just happened that this guy in Texas or in whatever is Missouri, they want to see me. And they, what? I thought, well, it's cigars. What's that? You do cigars? And I had to explain my whole life to the client to please postpone the job for 1 week so I can go. So for us, it's more accessible here at the phone. We never will miss a call when they call us, ever. But to be in places, it's easier for the big guys than for us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're absolutely right. They don't think about it like that. And like, I've got a full-time job, and it's a corporate thing, and I run out of time by April. I'm completely out of time. I've borrowed all my time to the end of the year. So like, hey, we want to do an event. Well, we got to pick a Friday, or we got to pick a time after 4:30 when I get out, or a weekend, and I got to make, because I'm out of time. And so a lot of times it doesn't work. So it's even harder for me to even get to places at this point, because there's no owners there after 4:35. I leave at 4:30. It's a 2-hour ride. I'm getting to the lounge at 6:30, 7 o'clock.
You're at home, or in another lounge, or having dinner, or having meetings, or having whatever.
Right. Yep.
Yep.
But I mean, that's where you see the passion come through. When you guys are making that commitment to be able to be at those places, even when everything else is going on, is that level of commitment is just different. And I think that's an advantage that we see. They don't always see it, but I think it's something big that we see. And and I tell when I'm at a lounge and I'm talking with the owner, I'm like, listen, if you got an issue with the cigars, or you want to talk to the owner, I said, it's you to me to the owner. I will put the owner on the phone. And I've done it. I've done it where I've been there, and they're, hey, I'll put him on the phone with you. Hold on a second, and you just make that phone call. Hey, owner wants to talk, and just hand them the phone and just start talking. So I think it's that some of the lounge owners have that feeling of self-importance that can get kind of, they want to be the center of attention kind of thing. I've met those guys, but for the most part, they're so welcoming. They're so understanding of people's schedules and along those lines. But you get those guys that just think that the world stops and revolves around them, and that's how they want it. And all right, I'll do my best. That's all we can offer.
The best and most funny call I have from John Aldi, you were like, if somebody want to talk with you, like this, and it's Karen Berger, and we start, and the Spanish say, well, I say that I know you, that I review whatever, I say, talking. What you guys said, I said, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I wait to hear my name and swear words. Those are the two things that I wait for. Yeah, he was in the DR, and I was at a Karen Berger event, and I told him she was there, and he says, oh, put her on the phone. And I was like, oh, no. John Aldi, Neho, yeah, that's all I heard.
He's so good. He's so good.
So, John, how many shops are you guys in? Do you have an idea?
We're in about between 230 and 250.
Nice.
We're actually not tomorrow. Actually, on the 1st, I'm doing my big end of year everything, and we do end of year inventory. We revamp everything. We go through all of our accounts and figure out who's still active and who's not, and the last orders and all that fun stuff. We usually do it like on a monthly or quarterly basis, but the end of the year is like, I mean, we get everything locked in solid, and then next year we kind of just start fresh and go through the whole thing all over again. So I got a lot of behind the scenes work coming up. Death by spreadsheets and analytics and all that kind of fun stuff. But that's all the information, all the data that we have to know. If I don't know that stuff, then I have no real pulse on what's going on within the company.
Is there a state? Is there a state you're not in?
Is there what?
Is there a state you're not in?
Yes, there's a couple. we try to get one shop in every state. Sometimes it doesn't happen.
I know Utah doesn't.
Yeah, no, actually we're in Beehive in Utah.
Okay.
But like there's some East Coast states and New England states, and it's just because we don't have any representation out there. And my mindset is, I don't want to go out there just to open the account, knowing that I can't service it how it needs to be serviced. And so if they reach out to us, I have a brutally honest conversation. Hey guys, look, I can't be there every month or every 2 months or whatever. Like I might get there once a year, but like Ish said, my phone is always on. I'm always going to pick this thing up. You always have a direct line of communication with me. So whatever you need, I can make it happen. I just can't physically be there because I have 50 other states or 49 other states that we're dealing with as well. And so like New England, we don't have a lot of places up in that area just because we don't have a rep or a broker up there. We don't go up there and do sales runs or anything like that. And so,
actually, John, it will not be just that New England. I have a few, and with a rep and everything, but you will not be huge over there because of the taxes. Right. We have 75% in New York, blah 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 blah. These guys, they go more for the well-known legacy, whatever, because they used to that. So they will not pay $25 for a cigar that they never smoked in their life. But actually, cigar maybe $13, but they're gonna pay $25. So that's the whole problem with New England. So, and again, tell me if I'm wrong, but I like to have 50 stores that they buy every month, that's 600 stores that they buy once a year. That's
right. Yeah. No, I'm in the same boat as you.
Like over quantity.
Yeah. So you need New England is very hard. It's easier than Miami or Florida. It's easier, and in Florida, it's not taxes. But again,
I feel like Florida's tough because you're almost fighting for shelf space, right? There's so much and so many brands, and there's no taxes, and a shitload of companies are based out of Florida, and it's just like. Yeah, and so it's like, oh, well, you should carry my cigars because, I'm based in Miami or I'm based in Tampa or I'm right down the street or whatever. And then, we have an out-of-state company. It's like, hey, I'm out of Texas. And they're like, cool story, bro. Like, we don't care. Like, and it's just like, well, okay, sorry.
That's what they are.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's fun. It's, and then with all this shit going on in California right now with the UTL list and all that kind of stuff, like, California by itself is just a very unique market in its own, and they have a high tax rate. I think it's 56% right now.
It's 59.63 in California. Yeah.
But I feel like they're just trying to push this industry out of that state.
Now, now you were selling marijuana in California, will be golden. That's okay.
Right.
But cigars?
No, you can't do that. And it's crazy. Like I couldn't imagine living there and then being like, wait, I can't buy cigars that I like anymore because they're not on your list, Yeah. Like, I'd be so mad. I'd be so mad.
Yeah. Like I don't know. California is going to be independent from the United States very soon.
Right. Seriously.
It's going to be,
Yeah.
Wow. It's going to become a colony instead to be a state. It's bad.
I had to pop the garage door. I'm smoking myself out of the garage.
They did look a little smoky in there.
Yeah. I'll be back in my jacket in a minute. It's only like 35 right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's nothing.
I moved away from Connecticut for this reason, to get away from the cold.
Where are you at right now?
I'm in South Carolina.
Okay.
Yep.
It's actually surprisingly cold in Texas today. Right now it's about 45 degrees out here. Normally it's like 70.
Yeah, it's been pretty warm. It's 41 here. But it's supposed to get down to almost freezing.
It's in everywhere. Over here, it's gonna be more than you guys. I just trying to see if I can. Well, ready or not, Florida, 51.
Wow.
So I got a funny story about Florida and Colorado. I went out there in when was that? October? I think it was October. Yeah, beginning of October. And I was supposed to be in Florida in Orlando for like 3 days, and then I was supposed to go to Colorado for a day and a half for a cigar event, and then coming back here to Texas. And so I packed for 1.5 days of cold weather in Colorado, right? And I packed what I normally thought what I need for Orlando and Florida. And so I leave. I get on the plane here in San Antonio. I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. I'm like, this is going to be great. You know what I mean? Going to Florida, hang out for a couple of days, go to Colorado, freeze my ass off, come back here, we'll be fine. I land in Orlando. I had a direct flight. Land in Orlando. And I get off the plane, walking down the little gangway to get into the airport. And I'm like, man, they got the air conditioning on in here? I'm like, what is going on?
It was a cold front.
I get my bag, right? And there was that big cold front that came down. And so I get my bag. I don't think it got warmer than like, I don't even know, 60, 58 degrees the whole time I was in Florida. And I brought clothes for 1.5 days of cold weather. And I'm freezing I'm like, what? I'm like, okay. So I get done with all the stuff I had to do down in Florida, and I fly out Friday morning to Colorado. And I'm going from Orlando to Colorado Springs, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm glad I brought my jacket and everything. So I fly, I'm in pants. I get a t-shirt, I got a hoodie on, I got my jacket on my backpack, and I'm like, I'm ready, right? I land in Colorado Springs, it's 72 degrees. And I'm like, what is going on? It's crazy. I get there, I start doing the cigar event, and they're like, man, this is like the warmest day of the year. And, I'm like, you guys normally have snow by now. And they're like, yeah, we're not even going to have snow till after, January. And I'm like, what is going on? It was crazy, but yeah. Florida messed me up on that trip.
In October, in all the way central North Florida, in October and November, it was pretty cold. We were over here, I'm in Palm Beach County, so it's way south. And we were in the 70s, high 70s, close to 80 all day long. And they were in the 40s, 50s. I say, wow, and it's 2 hours away driving, it's 2 hours. Like yesterday it was 87 degrees over here. Today, right now, it's 51. It's going to be like this, the 50s, 60s for the whole week, which I love it. And then we'll go back to the 70s, 80s. But yeah, what happened to you is not normal. It's just it's normal. You just catch the whole Canada cold front coming through, and well.
Yep.
We did an event together in Chicago and a few months ago, and we got there and we were hanging out at Big Fellas. It was cold. This one, Ishi's there in a t-shirt, and he's just standing outside, happy as can be. I'm like, he's out of his mind. I am frozen. I'm like, this is ridiculous. And then in July, we did an event in West Palm, and Ish and I are setting up, and we sweat through 2 shirts just sitting at the tables. And then another shirt while we're standing there doing the event. I had to get a shirt from him to get on the plane because I'm like, get on this plane with this wet shirt, stinking like smoke. It's bad enough I can't take a shower before I get on the plane, but I can't get on with the shirt. It's disgusting.
It was 100-something degrees, 104, 105.
Oh, it was nuts.
In the middle of the 104, 105 degrees is when this freaking mini tornado came with rain, blow away 3 tents, 2 of them they were mine. We soap and wet, and it's still hot.
Yeah.
People were like having tachycardia, so we just call it panic attacks and shit. They were like, no, this cannot happen. This cannot happen.
We're standing at the tables, and you can see the heat coming off the top, off the driveway, the asphalt, and it's just that weird heat. And one of my friends shows up, and he's like literally like watching something from an old Western as he's walking through the heat. And I'm like, what is going on? It's just like, I told you guys about doing an event in January.
I told you about July. Now you want to do it? Okay, I told you it was going to happen. I've been 26 years in this country. In West Palm Beach, I know a little about it.
Speaking of weather and cigar events, I had a shop reach out. They wanted me to do an event in March in northern Idaho.
No.
And I was like, so do I have to rent a snowmobile or like, how do I get there? You know?
The question of the humidor in the tree side.
One of my best friends lives in North Dakota, and he's always trying to get me to come up there. And I'm like, Jake, I'm not coming up until it's like April. You got me from April till like September, and then that's it. He's like, what about coming up in February? I said, you're out of your mind. I've smoked with him, or it is minus 20 degrees or temperature without the wind chill, and he's outside smoking. I'm like, no, bro, I'm not coming up. I love you, but I'm not coming up for that. No way.
That doesn't even sound fun.
No. We did a check one day, and the only place colder than his house was northern Siberia.
Wow.
We were checking spots all around. Everywhere in the world we could think of it was going to be cold, and he was the coldest one. He was the second one other than northern Siberia.
There's warmer places to live.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. By the way, they just put a question over there about the humidor and having bobilla packs at 79. Well, the problem is you have unopened boxes. If you're a collector and you don't want to open the boxes, leave it what it is so it doesn't lose money. But if it's for you to smoke, I recommend you to open the box because you don't know if it's going to be already bad inside, it's going to be too much humidity inside, you can have billows inside, whatever the thing might be. So if it's for you, open the boxes and put the bobilla pack inside. Because if it's sealed boxes and you put a bobilla pack or whatever you want to put, brush pack or whatever, 79, ain't going to penetrate the cellophane, the wood, and going to the cellophane of the cigars and the cigar. You actually doing nothing with that. The cigar has to be exposed. Otherwise, you don't do much. Go inside the box.
Another thing with the mini fridges, too, if you don't have a hydrometer, something that measures your humidity levels, you can go on Amazon and you can get some. They're like under $10.
Govee
there's ways to calibrate to make sure that they work right and the whole nine. And as long as they work and measure what they're supposed to measure, make sure you throw those in there as well so you know your actual humidity levels. There's some guys that throw Bovida packs in these mini fridge humidor things, and they're rocking 80-something% humidity because they sometimes it happens, who knows. But if you don't have a gauge to let you know what's going on with it, you're just kind of throwing stuff at a wall and seeing what sticks.
Yeah, I don't trust
you can destroy a cigar like that. Don't trust anything that comes just from factory.
No.
Well,
get your own gauges.
Look, I always say to people, it's like you can buy right now whatever car. I don't care if it's $10,000 a car or it's a $200,000 car. You notice that when you have your speedometer and say 85 miles per hour, and you have your Google Maps with your GPS or whatever, and the 85 become only 82. Sometimes the 85 become 87. Well, that's GPS. That's the actual velocity that you're going, but you just rely on this one. So when the cops stop you and you say, oh, I was only going 78, and the guy told you you're going 85, trust me, you are going 85. So go for the GPS. The same thing happened with the humidors and all that. Can they use 75 or 70 or 60 or whatever? Don't rely on those. Absolutely not.
We're already at almost that hour and 40, so we need to start getting these giveaways.
And when you're doing that, I'm gonna have a refill because I feel a little better. So
okay. Well, I thought you might want to see yourself walking. So get them hashtags in. We're gonna go to the commercial. When we come back, Aldi will tell you what we're gonna give away while I'm setting it up.
Some fight battles overseas. Others fight for perfection in every role. Born from discipline, forged in brotherhood. This isn't just a cigar brand, it's a mission. Our mission is to make badass cigars for badass people. Every leaf, hand-selected, every blend, battle-tested, from the first spark to the final draw. BAM Cigars deliver strength, honor, and precision. Built by veterans, smoked by legends, stand proud. Lock in, stand proud.
What?
Every time it gets me, man. He's so angry.
What are you giving away, Aldi? What is our first drawing?
We're gonna do it's a sample pack from Cigar Vault of what they put into their subscription pack. It's a 4-pack of the Beard Apothecary scents, Cheeky Chops, Stogies, Sluggle Serum, Siren's Call, and Bougie Grunt.
Nice. So we're gonna do like we always do. We're gonna spin it 5 times because of the algorithm or whatever it is, whatever you want to call it. But the 5th one will be the winner. So here we go. This is the first one, and even if your name gets drawn, it does not get taken out of it. All right, this is number 2. This is number 3.
I love some of the names.
This is number 4. And this will be the winner. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. Must be present to win. Who will it be? Belvederes and Belvederes. Are you still here? Let us know that you're here. Must say I'm here. Let us know.
Couldn't be better for him. It's good one and beers. So there you go.
We did their podcast a few months ago. Great dudes, man. They were a lot of fun.
Very quick. Very quick. All right.
It is.
That one's out of the way. So
that was good.
Yeah, so if he just hits me up on Beard Apothecary or the Cigar Dudes, just name and address, I'll get it out.
All right.
That's great.
Let's see. I thought if we got we're like at 64. We're not going to get 100 entries. I doubt it. But I thought Ish would give away like a Marvel or something.
It's coming. You know that. As soon as Ish put over something, now you have more people coming.
Maybe it's going to put the Marvel out there or something. You never know.
Well, what about I put the 2 cigars of the year for different places? The Marvel and the around the world.
There you go.
And it cannot be 2 without the 3. So I will put the new one that is the hybrid that everyone likes for the December package. That is the Intercontinental with the Pure African combined.
Oh, yeah.
The orange. Yeah. Everybody loves that cigar.
What's your go-to cigar? Whether it's in your brand, John, or just some other brand? Like what is like one a couple of your favorite cigars that you like, that you've always like really enjoyed?
I mean, partial to my own. That's our Sumatra. Like it's a staple in my day.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I don't have one of those in the morning, I kind of feel like everything's a little weird. That one, obviously, the new Night Shift. I've been smoking a whole bunch of those lately. But other cigars. Actually, I've had this one hanging around for a while, and I showed it before you got on, Ish. But this is one of the OG Bamps. I've had this.
Oh my God!
Very long time.
That's the very first band. That thing is 10 years old.
Yep. And I was gonna smoke it tonight, but I already lit a Night Shift. But yeah, so that's been hanging out in my humidor for a while. So one of these weekends, I'm gonna sit out back with a nice cup of coffee and enjoy that. My favorite cigar is the cigar I haven't had yet. There's so many that are out there. There's so many ones that, are awesome. And I just haven't had the opportunity to smoke them yet. I'm kind of partial to Nicaraguan tobacco, just because that's what I've had the most experience with. But there really isn't many cigars. Like I can tell you the cigars that I absolutely will not smoke again. Before I can tell you, my top favorite cigars, just because, I like smoking everything. But the Hammer and Sickle did a peat moss infused cigar years ago, and I could barely get through half of it. If you Google it, you can find it, but they don't make it anymore. I don't even know if the company's in business. But every cigar I smoke, I'll give it an opportunity and a chance. And
Was it
I'll
supposed to
smoke
pair with scotch or something? Maybe, I don't know.
I have no idea. I don't know what you can put with that cigar to make it taste good. I'll put it that way. It was so bad. Like I couldn't make it through half of the cigar. Like I tried. I gave it an honest effort, and I did everything in my power I could to smoke through the whole thing. And I kept thinking maybe it'll get better. Maybe the flavors will change. Let me get through this much. Let me try it. Nope. It was horrible. And then everyone I talked to that had the opportunity to smoke it said the same thing. Maybe that's why they're not around anymore. I don't know. I don't want to talk shit about another brand, but that cigar sucked. But I don't think they've sold that cigar for years, 6-8 years maybe. But no, like every cigar I smoke, I'll give it. Typically I'll do 2 cigars, right? I'll smoke one. Okay, cool. That is what it is. I don't know. Maybe I already had a couple of cigars that day. Maybe I drank something weird, or ate something, or whatever. And then I always smoke the second one on a first thing in the morning, clean palate, and try to get everything I can get out of that cigar, just so I know what what was the end goal that cigar maker was going for with that cigar. Like, what did they want this to be? And I'm going to give it the best opportunity I can to experience that, so I can learn and know what they were trying to get out of it. And that's kind of like this one. This is the last of, I think of it was a 5 or a 10 pack that I got at a local shop here. And, I've been saving it. One is just like, I like to save some cigars because they're really fun. But this one, I was like, I know I have one of these in my humidor. I'm going to bust it out for the show.
Yeah. 2 bundles and 2 boxes left that I put for myself. And today going through a humidor because an Angry Beaver came and I couldn't find a bundle. I didn't know where I put it. You know what it was? In the freaking freezer. Because so I couldn't find to save my life. So I went and I found 2 bundles of those, and those were the first one. Well, we've been with Banff like you 10 years ago. It will be now in 2016, even though we're doing before. But when we did the whole LLC and this and this and that, we before in the DR, but in the United States. It was in 2016, and that was the first band that they came with. And
that's awesome.
You can compare now.
Well, what cigar is that, Ish, that he has?
That's the green tip.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's hard to see. My lighting's kind of weird. Let me see if I can get some.
That's the green tip Connecticut.
Yep.
No, it's the red tip. That's the red tip. So what happened?
Yes. The green tip I smoked.
Yeah. So what happened? So you have it. You have either a 5 or a 10 or a box. What happened? The first cigar that Banff came with, it was the green tip for the ammunition, 5.56.
Yeah.
People that been in the military, they know that they don't come like that. It's 1 red and the other 4 are green tips. So 1 is just to see you hit the target and then pop, the other 4. So it's the red tip, which is called a tracer, and then you have the green tip. So that's the tracer. What he has is, if I have 4 of those,
I smoked the rest of them.
That was a tracer.
That's funny.
You will not find that anyone.
Did you see this yet?
I saw your picture, man.
So Josephus Macy, and he gifted me one of these. It's his new number. You guys, if anybody wants them, he's got them on. He's doing a special on them. I think they're $16 delivered. And
that's freaking nuts. That's crazy inexpensive, right?
That's cool.
Yeah.
And you can change for eating to let me have my smoke.
Right? It's a utility tool for sure.
I like the other one with the 4 fingers that is all like my precious. And you put the cigar over there as well.
Well, it looks weird, but once you start studying, you're like, oh, I see how it works now.
Right.
You even kind of rest your cigar and like it won't fall off.
But the one that is all like this or bent or whatever, you rest the cigar in there.
You did a great job with this. This is as cool as can be.
There he goes. System delivered. That's great. That's great. But man, I'm amazed, John, that you have that trace still. Oh.
Like I said, my favorite cigar is one I never had. So anytime I see something, I always try to get it and try to smoke and experience. I want to know what what people are doing and what they're creating. It's I find it very interesting how other people make cigars and what they're trying to get. You know, like this is like they're trying to get flavors out of that a lot of people, you know, haven't before. And it's like, okay, let me smoke this. Let me look and see what you say you put in it and all this fun stuff. You know, I want to learn. Like, I want to know. I want to experience it. And, but yeah, like I knew I had one of these hanging around. I'm so glad that I kept it. And didn't smoke it.
It's a Tracer 5.56. Yeah, a run of freedom. Yeah, yes.
Yeah. But yeah, like these, the HDAs that I had, that Green Label one,
the Phantom Fury.
Yep, I think I got. There was Mike Goshen with Historic Smoke. I know that shop is. They ended up shutting down earlier this year, which sucks because they had a really cool setup going on. But he gave me, I think, a 5-pack of these, and he's like, "Hey, dude, you need to smoke these." He's like, "I know you like Sumatras." He's like, "You got to try this cigar." And I'm like, "Okay." And so I have 2 of these left. I smoked the other 3 that I've had so far, and I was like, "Yeah, I do like Sumatras, and I like these too. Like, this is great."
And it's all Nicaraguan, so yeah, it's right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's funny. Like, right now I'm at my house, and I have when I bought my house, they had like a little movie room upstairs. And I was like, that's going to be perfect for like a cigar room. You know, I can put a couple, you know, air purifiers in it. I get a dump fan in the window, and I'm like, this is great. Well, I put a humidor up here, like a 2,000 count. I don't know if you guys, let me see if we can see or not. Right there in the corner.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And but I'm lazy sometimes, right? So that thing's full. Then it's full of some of my stuff and a whole bunch of other people's cigars and everything. Like this Banff was hiding up here. And I'm too lazy to walk upstairs because I have a humidor downstairs, and I just pull cigars out of that when I want to smoke it, right? So like, there's some stuff up here that's been up here for 6, 8, 10 years.
That's 10 years, right there. Yeah.
You know,
we did the first year we did it, and then it was cleaned. It was my partner, former Marine, SWAT team over here for the Palm Beach, the city department, and he did something that I didn't want to do. It's assortment. Well, when you do assortment, but you have 2 tracers and 8 green tips in a box, if somebody asks you for 5 tracers, now you have to open 3 boxes.
Right.
2 and 1. Now somebody asks for a box, we screw. We don't have those tracers anymore. So that's what I say. You know what? Just green tips and forget about it. But the idea was, the tracer and the 4, the tracer and the 4, and so forth and so on. But for a full box. But when you do assortment, it doesn't work that well.
John, what's your go-to pairing with a cigar?
So tonight I have Eagle Rare 10-year, and that's like, I'm a big kind of either Kentucky whiskey or Irish whiskey, and if it's non-alcoholic, coffee all day. It has to be really strong. Like, I do like 4 shots of espresso minimum.
Yeah, I watch the same way. That girl at 10 o'clock at night, I watched her with a triple espresso. I'm like, bro, she's like, I'll be fine. Right to bed. Right to bed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the friend of mine just for Secret Santa got me a bottle of the Angel's Envy Triple Oak.
Nice.
I have not opened it yet. I don't drink at all, really. I don't drink during the week, and so I usually save it for the weekends.
This is the first whiskey I've had in about 5 months. So, yeah.
Now you see, Aldi, that's a problem. People that they passive drinkers, they have a problem. When you drink every day, moderate is good. Your liver is getting into it. When you only drink in the weekends, it's not good.
It's been a while.
Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
I know.
I only drink wine though. I only drink wine.
Yeah.
I don't drink whiskey, vodka, these. Once in a while I can have. Wow. Whoa. One or two.
Careful.
1 or 2 I can have, but the only thing I drink, except for coffee, water, is wine.
You like Dr. Pepper, John?
I used to. About, I don't even know how long it's been now. Maybe 5 or 6 years. I kind of cut out the majority of sugar that I have in anything. So like sodas was one of the big things where like I used to drink a lot of them, but now I rarely do. And if I do drink a soda, it's like a Coke Zero or something.
Yeah.
Like the only sugar I have is I'll use like some creamer in my coffee in the morning. And, sometimes depending on what creamer I have, it has sugar in it. But I don't add any more or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, like not much sugar. I've gotten down the rabbit hole, and I know we're running close on time, and I don't want to open up a whole new can of worms here, but the shit that they put in our food is so bad. And I went down a rabbit hole on that, and my girlfriend had, I think it was last year, she had some health stuff going on, and so we really had to focus on what we were eating and everything like that. And sugar is the cause of so much bad stuff that happens inside our bodies. I'm not saying that don't drink Dr. Pepper or anything like that, because if I say don't drink Dr. Pepper here in the state of Texas, I'll get murdered.
I would say, please do not drink Dr. Pepper. I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
I know you put this message.
That's why
I can see how it would pair well with the cigar. Same with like a cream soda or like any craft soda, a root beer, something like that. Totally understand it. I get it. It's just not something that I pair with the cigar typically.
Yeah, it's got to be that pure cane sugar soda, and it's got to be it'll be orange or a root beer.
Have you guys ever drank Ollipops?
I've never heard of it.
It's like a probiotic soda type drink, but it's kind of like what you were saying. It has like the more of the cane sugar type stuff in it, but it has like good stuff for like your gut biome and all that. But they make like a knockoff of like everything. So they have what do they call it? They make a Dr. Pepper version of it, and what is it? Dr. Goodwin by Olipop.
Okay.
But no, you drink that and smoke a cigar, and you kind of get that Dr. Pepper-ish pairing. But yeah, that's about the closest thing to a soda that I had. I don't have those much.
The same thing.
I tell you, one of the craziest ones I've ever had was, without question, was somebody said you got to drink a Yoo-hoo, and in my entire life I've never drank Yoo-hoo. And I said to my wife, "Do me a favor." Yeah, I said, "Can you get me some Yoo-hoo at the store?" And she came home and she had the little sippy bottle, the little sippy things of it. And I sat on a herf one night with my little sippy thing of Yoo-hoo, and they were killing me. And I didn't care because it was unbelievable. It was an amazing pairing.
Yeah, Yoo-hoo or chocolate milk.
Yep.
Surprisingly, chocolate milk is really good with a cigar.
Yep.
Well, you guys don't like sugar, and probably most of you don't drink milk. I don't do my sugar, and I don't drink milk. Now, pick up milk, a glass of milk. Pick up 1 spoon of sugar. Put in the thing, how you call the bag. I have the brain.
The mixer, blender.
Yeah, the mixer. And put it 5 minutes in the freezer. When it comes a foam like this, and you just eat that like it's ice cream. You drink that milk. Oh God. Minus of 21, please cover your ears. I believe I just came in a little bit. Just thinking about it.
I was trying to hit this. The button I was trying to hit. I knew it was coming, but I hit the wrong button.
It's just milk. And I don't drink milk. I don't drink at all. And what you say, John, before about them, that they put so much shit in the food. What's that? What you doing, Randy? You know, I can overpower you, right?
Yeah.
You get that right.
So let me finish. Coming people from different countries, like my mom, coming from the whole continent, coming from Spain, and she told me all the way different. Same thing that you say, John, but different. You said they put a lot of shit in our food. My mother said, "You guys in the United States, you put some food in your shit." I said, "What do you mean?" I said, It's everything is not natural. What's wrong with you? And she looked at me and said, you lost muscle, you look older. What's wrong with you? I said, Mom, I'm getting older. No. Let me give you this. Yesterday, she made me freaking omelette, 12 eggs,
Wow.
3.2 pounds of omelette, Spanish omelette with peppers.
That sounds good.
But I eat in one sit.
That sounds good.
I wanted the food come. I want to okay. Let me put the I was out. but this, man, food is very important. Very important. The sugars as well. You know.
Oh, there's a reason that people in Italy and Spain and those areas live a lot longer.
Yeah.
Because they're just eating good food. Just
you saw my mom. She's 81 years old. Walking.
You would never know. You would never know. It's that clean living.
You would never know. My mother is 81 years old.
Yep.
She walks all over the place, and she's not skinny. She's not obese. She has her little belly, but she's 1 year old. But you will never say. And she goes every weekend. She has her vermouth with the appetizers, whatever. But all the food is food. It's food.
Right.
When she comes over here, she goes a little down. She goes back to Spain, goes back up. That's it. It has to be the food. Yeah. Obviously, the weather over here is way better, but yeah, we just push the limits. We push it to limits over here.
Last week, I was in Roatan, Honduras. We went down there for Christmas. And, anytime I go down there or I get down to Nicaragua, I lived in Europe for, about almost 4 years.
What part of Europe?
I lived in Belgium, but I traveled all over the place. Yep. But the food, it's so good. The produce is amazing, and the fruits and vegetables, it's just unreal. And then I get back here, and I got back here. I was down in the island of Roatan, and I was scuba diving the whole week. So in between dives, we have fruit on the boat. Because you're hungry, and so we had pineapple and watermelon and all this stuff, right? So we get back here, we're walking through the grocery store. I'm like, "Ooh, I need a pineapple so bad!" So I bought a pineapple, and it's been sitting on my counter for like 3 days because I know as soon as I cut it up, it is not going to taste anything like the pineapples I just had when I was down in Honduras. And I'm just like, I look at it and I'm like, oh. Okay, one of these days I'm gonna have to eat that.
Pineapple. We just bought pineapple today. My mother wanted pineapple. I said, Mom, I'm gonna do something that you never tried in your life. I'm gonna grill the pineapple. She told me, are you crazy? What's wrong with you? Are you crazy? Pineapple, you cut it, you go like this, Papa, you eat. I said, Mom, trust me, if you eat the pineapple, it's not gonna be the same thing. Pineapples over there like this, over here like this. I said,
oh wow.
I grill the pineapple. Now she told me, we're going tomorrow again and buy another pineapple. So she but grill. You see it not grill? Absolutely, she will say, what's this? Blah, 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 blah. I talked to Duffy's. And it happened the same thing that happened to me 26 years back when I came out here. I was a huge guy of pure muscle. How many wins you want? 50, 100 wins. Hooters. I didn't know what Hooters mean. I didn't know. I said, okay, I want that 2 or 3. Oh, you be God. You need at least 50. I said, what are you talking about? I said, give me just 10. Hey, what the minimum 10? They came with the 10. I didn't have chairs at the time. I need amplifiers soon. What I said, what's that? I said, that's wings. I said, well, where I come from, the chickens are 3 to 4 years old. The wings are like turkeys. That's a chicken. Dang. So with 2, I was okay. At 220 pounds, pure muscle. Over here, I can do it like 100. To say, now I'm good.
I went to Nicaragua in June with Zach from HDA, and we were down in Esteli, and the food was incredible. I mean, it was mind blowing. It was mind blowing. The chicken was just different. It was just so good. The steak was amazing. Everything. Yeah, it's totally different.
Aldi, you know what they call organic in this country? Or we call an American by choice. So what we call in this country organic, the natural things in different countries.
Yeah.
That's it. It's not there, nothing. It's no different food. It's is organic, is what we call natural in other countries. And when you go over there, it has the flavor. They mature. A chicken can be a year old, 2 years old, 3 years old, no, a week old. Man, when you go to a restaurant in different countries and they tell you, you want Millie or Kathy? I say, what do you mean? Well, that's the picture of the cow and this cow. Which one you want? I say, I want that one. Well, because they were killed that day for you to eat. And they got grinded, they have cooked, and they come to your table with a little grill, and you can, whatever you want. You want a raw like I do, you do it raw. You want, medium raw or whatever, or well done, you just do by yourself. You don't see that over here. You just don't. No.
Yeah, we're at a restaurant, and I used to be like 340 pounds, and I can't eat like that anymore. And so we were on our third meal of the day, and I was like, I can't eat another meal. I'm full from lunch and breakfast. So everybody's ordering steak dinners and all that, and I go, I know I'm going to catch hell for this. And I say, can I get the brownie sundae? And you could hear a pin drop.
The answer for that question, I'm from Bilbao, Spain. It's the Basque country. People think that I say the best. I don't say the best country. I say the Basque country. Basque, Basque country. Bilbao, North Spain.
Yeah, so I ordered the brownie sundae, and you could hear a pin drop. James and Angela are sitting there looking at me. Zach is mortified. He's like, dude, you did not just order a brownie. I'm like, dude, I'm not. It's going to be a waste of a meal. I'm not wasting. I'm not doing that. And so everything goes on. We're smoking a cigar, or we're enjoying ourselves. 10 minutes go by. Dude comes over. He goes, we're out of brownies. I'm like, oh. I had ordered something else.
Yeah, it's and the funny thing, different countries, most of the countries, we only use a little salt and maybe a little pepper. That's it. When I came to this country, my country now, not my country, it's where I live, and they told me, hey, you want A1A? I say, A1A? I say, that's not the highway by me? Federal Highway or DC or what? I eating? Well, I did something wrong? You want to send me to A1A? No. It says sauce. Sauce for what? For the meat. That's it. Doesn't need. Oh, they give me. Okay, let me try. I say, what's this? I say, no. The meat doesn't need that. Yeah, just give me a little salt, a little pepper. I'm good. But again, it's different where you come from, what you do. But if you travel a lot, like John did over here, and like you guys did, you will appreciate food from different countries. That is not processed food, it's just natural food. It's what it is, Like a tomato. You come over here, you pick up a tomato, the biggest one is like this. The smallest ones in Europe is like this, natural. You don't have to do nothing, it's like this. And we don't get it, and all of a sudden you go, my mother and I will went to Costco, which is cheap, but in quantities. See, $27 for a basket of tomatoes? You know how many tomatoes? I said, Mom, you are not in Spain, you're in the United States. Remember, over there you make a month, if you're lucky, 2,000 euros a month. If you're lucky and have very high in the scale. Over here, you make more than that. Well, but blah, blah. So she's bitching about that because she doesn't know the difference between what we make over here or whatever. I'm not going to tell her how much we pay over here for mortgage. She would take me from the fucking heritage. She told me, you fucked. Yeah, no, you spend too much. So, but it's how it is. So it's a different thing. But I will agree that we are talking about, as an American, we are one of the worst people in the world. We have the economy, we have the food, we have the resources, but how we eat the food is not good.
I was in Brussels back when I was in college. We went for a couple of weeks into Belgium, and
Brussels, Belgium, the capital.
Oh, God, the food was just amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing that I was thrilled to death with was coming home with Belgian chocolates for my mother.
Yep.
It was just
And
like,
Belgian waffles. They have we have ice cream trucks here in the States. They had waffle trucks that would drive around with. I was like, this is it. This is we made it.
In 2016, I was in Ireland for a couple weeks with my oldest son, and oh my God, the food was next level. And I would have thought that it's not the you think it's potatoes and
potato famine.
no way.
Boiled
Randy,
taters, no.
It was
I'm
so
going to see you by email, right? So you can put the pictures what I brought from Spain. Smuggle
I
from
think I
Spain.
have it.
You have it? So put those pictures.
Have you guys ever been to Mexico City?
Oh, hell yes. I've been, yeah.
So
Many
I've
times.
had some of the most amazing food I've ever had anywhere in the world in Mexico City. There's a section, I think it's on kind of the westish side called Roma Norte.
Yeah.
And we went to a handful of restaurants there a few years ago. We were there for like 4 or 5 days, and all we did was eat and drink. That was it. That was the whole goal the whole time we were there. And the Lucha Libre and a couple of the pyramids and that kind of stuff. But all we did was eat and drink. And man, some of the craft cocktails and some of the food that I had there, I mean, hands down, some of the best stuff I've eaten anywhere. It's so just, it's a melting pot of all these different cultures from all around the world. And they all bring their own little, angle of food making there. And it's so good.
Look, that's what I smuggle, per se. To go with my mother.
That looks delicious.
Well, that's Iberico Jamon. What you see right in there in United States is over $6,000. It cost me under $300. You have more pictures, right?
Yeah.
Randy, when I slice the hams.
I'm coming to your house, Ish.
Yeah, I'm eating there. I'm eating at that house.
Wow.
Carrie's an amazing cook, and Ish has got some. He's got some winners there for sure.
That looks so good.
So, but look, that's when you go to any Publix, Walmart, whatever. That's what you find over there. Look, the price is $32 a kilo, 2.2 pounds. That's Iberico Jamon. A pound of Iberico Jamon in the United States is over $1,000.
Wow.
Is that what I had? We had that. You broke some of that out for when I was with Tanya, right? Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like an Italian prosciutto, but it's next level. It was.
It's 10,000 levels up. It melts in your mouth.
I can't say that because my Italian heritage won't allow me to. But
so well, hey. Even the Italian guys say prosciutto is garbage compared with it's the corns like I was saying before, like the mushrooms and the earth when the pigs go like this to find or whatever. That's what they eat. And those pigs, they live between 5 to 7 years. That's it. They have half beer in the morning with a massage. They eat the earth corns. At night, calling night hour 9 is 9 to 10 o'clock, not 5, 6, 7 o'clock. They have the other half beer and another massage every day of their life until it's no sacrifice. They just die. No pain at all, painless, and that's what they good ham and
that's
stuff.
not a bad life.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with that. I'll sign up right now.
I know,
right now. I sent to be Nesca, to be honest with you. It's no business, nothing. Rub my belly, give me food, take me out. So,
you want to do that 5-pack, Randy? I know you've been trying hard.
Yeah, we'll do the. We can do the. I'll set it up. We'll do mine, my 3-pack of their choice, and then we'll do the, and that's the 5-pack of the. What do you call it, John?
The night shift.
Night shift.
Yep.
All right, let me share this up here.
there's 2. So it's going to be 8 cigars for the same winner.
No.
2.
No, we're going to do 2 drawings. Set 3-pack of their choice of Ironclad and then a 5-pack of the.
Okay.
Let me see here.
Let me see if I have to start to go like this. Well, it's 10-14 for me. Okay.
All right, so we're not gonna roll. This roll is gonna be it. If you hadn't put a hashtag Warfighter in there, make sure you do it now because I'm fixing to draw, and the winner. Make sure you're here. Must be present to win. Got 73 entries. Here we go. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows who's going to be the winner. Got to be here. Got to be here. And the same winner can't win twice tonight. Wigwag. Now, see, Wigwag won in the first 5, but it
so he cannot. Yeah,
no, he can, but it went through. I think it went through his name. So just let us know you're here, Wigwag.
So he can. Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking his name came up in that when we were.
No, he came before, but I don't know if he was the winner or not. I don't know that.
Did he go to bed?
There you no, he's here, man. Like people are on.
There it is.
All right, so 3-pack of your choice of Ironclad cigars. Just message me on Instagram and let me know what you want or questions or whatever. I'll answer your questions. So here we go. This is for the Warfighter 5-pack, and I went blank again.
Night shift.
Yes.
Night shift.
Night shift. Thank
Yes. It's gonna be 1. It's gonna be 5. It's gonna be how many times you're gonna do the
One time.
One.
They just got to
Okay.
be here to draw it. Here we go. Whoever wins, wins. And let us know you're here. Round and round she goes. Where she stops. Aldi knows.
Aldi knows.
Tony,
Tony.
let us know you're
Of
here.
course.
I think his name came up in those first 5 spins that
Yeah.
were dead too, so that's good. Let us know you're here, Tony.
He will be here.
Tony's one of our converts. Tony used to smoke acids when he started his journey.
Oh.
That's fast.
Yeah,
That
I'm
is
glad you
super
guys
there.
got converted.
He is there.
We also cost Tony a lot of money.
You just want to same thing. Just get any of us on Instagram, Tony, and we'll get the information over to John.
Beautiful.
Let's
Yep.
see.
Yeah, we got
anything you want to talk about?
anything that I want to talk about? Well, I don't
Anything you
know.
want to promote?
Go Patriots.
I don't know anything about football. You got me.
No, I mean we covered a lot. We covered a lot today already, guys. I don't want to, start a new subject and get you guys sucked into another 20-minute conversation. So,
I'm good.
but yeah. I mean, I enjoyed everything tonight with you guys. It was really fun. We kind of all over the place talking about a little bit of everything, and
Mhm.
I like that. It's really fun. It like we talked about earlier, the whole relationship side of thing. The more non-traditional stuff that we talk about, I feel like the more that we get to connect with the guys that are on the other end of the computer screen that are watching and listening to us. I'm an open book. There really isn't much that I won't talk about. I don't really have a filter. Religion and politics are about the 2 things that I try to stay away from. Just because they're,
Obvious reasons, right?
you never win. There's never a good conversation. There's never a positive outcome that comes with it. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I'm game to talk about anything. So
What's he saying? Where's he saying you're going to be? Underground, get out to NFG 26.
yeah, so it's a shop called Underground Cigar Shop, and that's in Fort Worth, Texas. And so the beginning every year they do an event called NFG, and it stands for, you got to get your beat button going. No F's given. I don't want to say it on here because
Is that the one? Is that the it's veteran owned, and they do a lot of boutique cigars there? Is that like? And I'm talking about
they
more
do a
like
lot of
craft
boutique. Like they were known as like the boutique kind of capital of
That's the one I'm thinking.
Texas or Fort Worth, whatever you want to call it. Primarily, that's what they carry. It's a guy named Don Wiggins, chef. Kind of run the place. They do a really good event. It's set up really well. It's really smooth. I think tickets are going on sale sometime within the next few weeks, if I remember right. I think they just announced it. I don't know. I got a lot going on right now, so trying to keep track of everything.
One thing, you're gonna be in Fort Worth, about 50 minutes a little south of that. I don't know you in or no. It's called Taboo. It's Taboo Cigar Lounge. It's a big lounge. The guy's in Navy, and he's the one that you must to show up every 4 to 6 weeks over there.
Yeah.
You know there, go tell them Ish from Van Cigar Semi, and make his cigars and all that, and you will be in. Simple as that.
Do they have a bar like that serves alcohol and stuff?
Yes, they do. Yeah.
I've seen. I haven't been in there personally yet.
Going,
but I will go up there. Yep.
Going and ask for Robert. And
awesome.
then, hey, he sent me over here. I know that he makes your house cigars, blah blah. But again, this guy, he put Padron, Arturo Fuente, Rocky Patel, and somebody else. I forgot the fourth. Out because the reps didn't show up once a month or every 4 or 5, every 5 or 6 weeks.
Okay.
So the guy is that big.
Yep.
He said, you know
That's
what?
awesome.
And you go, doesn't look like much. You have all the cigars over here. As soon as you open, it's in the plaza. All the cigars over here. Here, church, a nice bar. It's like a U, like this. The U, I say, doesn't make any sense because it's like a wall. Well, because when between that wall, you open a door and the private section or whatever, which is huge.
Okay.
And that part of the U, so 1, 2, it goes to the outside, not to the outside, it's inside.
Yeah.
And then the other part, it goes to the private section. And they sell cigars like it's not tomorrow.
Really? Okay. Yeah.
Robert, Navy guy, he loves contact, face to face, eyes to eyes. Cool. He pays on the liver. The only thing I can tell you. He will pay 100%, but on the liver. That's the only thing with him.
Okay.
But
yeah, because I'll be up in DFW sometime in January, so I'll make sure that's one of my first stops.
He's golden.
Awesome.
He will put you in for sure.
Cool. Thank you. Appreciate it.
No problem. Now, if my guy didn't go over there, but I say that. Okay, it could happen. I don't know, but just call me and say, hey, easy now.
How far down from?
I wish I did
3 hours for you, John? 34 hours? How long is that to Fort Worth for you?
From where I'm at?
For San Antonio.
Traffic, it's about 4 hours.
4 hours. That's what I was thinking.
But if I hit traffic in Austin, it could be 6. Yeah. So I either take the bypass around Austin or I just go up 281 out of San Antonio and just take the scenic route. And then I know it's guaranteed 4 hours, 15 minutes, no matter what happens. Yeah.
I tell you something, between San Antonio and Austin, I forgot the name of the road, but it's the maximum speed in the whole United States. Guys,
interstate.
I love it.
That's the 130. It's the bypass to go around Austin. Yeah,
love it. Because
you
when
pay
I see
a toll and you get the
85,
speed. It's great.
In my mind, I put an 1 before in front of the 85. I love it. Just love it. Just stop over there. The guy, you guys over there. He will carry you for no problem whatsoever. Absolutely,
awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
And when you go, you want to just give me a call. I will call him and say, listen, I know that you don't show my face for the whatever, blah 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 blah. But this guy is gonna stop over there. Please pay attention to the guy, and he will. And one of the
I appreciate that. Thank you.
No problem.
Much.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So are all of you guys going to be at PCA this year?
I'm going to be.
I will not go to PCA this year.
No, you're not?
No.
Okay.
I'm not.
John, you said you will be?
Yeah, I'll be there with HTA.
Okay. Randy?
No.
No? Okay. So, John, we'll have to link up while we're there and have a cigar.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've been over there for many years. I don't know if it's 8, 9, 10, whatever. And this year, I said, you know what? I want to take a break. And I always came positive.
Right.
But the last 2 years, it was positive by almost nothing. So I say, okay, you sell and you sell and you sell. But I'm in Florida. So the last 2 years, I drove over there.
Yeah.
So it's 37 hours non-stop. So by the time that you get over there, it's 48 to 50 hours. and do that. It, for me, was not worth it.
You drove to Vegas too?
Yeah, I drove twice to Vegas. I was the official roller in Vegas, and when I go over there, I see a girl from another company. I forget. Just putting the wrap in the cigar. I said, well, that's not rolling. We went with the bed, with everything, and I was kind of pissed off. And then now that we have the TPA, and the PCA want to be part of us, but if we are part of them, I said, well, that's not, it's fighting whatever. So I said, you know what, you do your thing, I do my thing, we are good. I will support you, I will not go.
You and Andre will have a good time together. He's retired Army as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
Any final words, John? Aldi.
No, man, I'm just thrilled that we were able to get this to work. I've been a fan for a long time, and it's even cooler getting to meet you up in Kentucky. So it was no brainer. We wanted you to come on and be the last. This is the last podcast of the year, so it was great having you here.
And you said it's a mantra for me, right, John?
The Corojo.
The Corojo.
Yeah, the Garrison Corojo. Yep.
The Corojo.
Yep.
You remember that for me, John?
I got you.
I'll remember it. And just hit me up if you're like, hey, what was that? I'll tell you again.
Randy, it's only one word. Corojo. It's not that difficult. Okay? It's funny when people say that I have an accent, but you cannot say Corojo. It's just one word.
Corojo.
No, Corojo. No, Corojo. No, Corojo.
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 No.
Randy can't say
Corojo.
Can you say kiss my ass?
Yes.
Corojo. Corojo.
Bling, 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 bling. You say keep my ass for bling, 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 bling. You want me to do that?
Randy, I know you can get. You should be able to get him through Toro. Mike's got him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I'll do that for sure. Any final words, Ismail?
Nothing. It has been a great year for the podcast. For us personally, I don't know.
It's the last podcast of the year.
Yeah,
I didn't even think about that.
the last podcast of the year.
The last podcast of the year. Yes, sir. Now he will go tomorrow. Let's do it. Open mic. No, we're not doing an open mic tomorrow. Today, the dudes is the last podcast with Warfighter.
I might do a posse deal. You never know.
You can do whatever you want, but today is the last podcast of the year.
Oh yeah, it is.
With amazing people, good brand. I know them for years. We don't talk much at all, and sometimes we in the PCA, my booth is over here, his booth is over here, like this, and they respect me. I respect them, or they can call me assholes. I can call them assholes, or whatever is the case. But we respect each other, and much success for you guys. And whatever you do, go for it. You don't think about it, just go for it.
Right.
That's my preference.
All right. Any final words, John?
No, I mean, I appreciate you guys having me on, especially for the last podcast of the year. You know, that secretly I was hoping that you guys were all going to PCA so we could hang out and continue all these conversations because I really enjoyed it. But we'll definitely, John, Aldi, you and I will have some more conversations. But for Ish and Randy, like we're definitely gonna have to link up whenever we can. And
absolutely.
You know, yep, absolutely. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot, guys. Thank you guys for having me on.
Well, I'm in Texas, and I'm going to hit it after March, after the primaries. I'm going to hit it hard. So we'll see. I'm sure I'll see you on the road somewhere.
Anytime you're in San Antonio, come by. We're in shirts, so just on the northeast side of San Antonio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet,
and
man.
so John, I asked today because I forgot, to be honest with you, and Aldi can tell you if I let you know. I say, who's coming today? And he told me that you guys coming. I said, I will stay. Otherwise, I will be laid down because I know not good. Right now, you see everything blurry, everything hurts. I have a pack over here. If it was somebody else, I would say, you guys take care of that. But I stay just because of that.
No, I really appreciate that because I don't know how much pain you're in, but I know just a pinched nerve by itself, I'm very aware of how that much, with everything else you got going on, man. Props to you for being on the show for the whole time.
Absolutely. I will do that for any one of you guys for sure.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Like always, peace out. Y'all love one another. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody.
See y'all next time.